Hello and welcome everybody to the Solano College Sports Network. We are here in Fairfield, California at Rodriguez High School for the opening game of the 2023-2024 season here in the Monticello Empire League, as the Rodriguez Mustangs will be taking on the Sacramento Dragons, D4 school in the Atlantic League. My name is Cameron Anderson. Here joining me, Miles Meadows and Blake Molina. Miles, what should we look for from your very own Rodriguez Mustangs in this one?
Yeah, Cam, I'm looking forward to seeing a very stellar and potent offensive attack from the Rodriguez Mustangs in this one, led by their helm, number 8, Dylan Burke, who I'm looking to turn the corner this year and have a big offensive year in terms of production and passing yards.
Yeah, Dylan Burke did split a lot of snaps last year with senior Keenan Jones, but now Keenan has moved on. It should be the Dylan Burke show moving forward. Excited about watching him today and throughout the year. Blake, what should we look for on the other side from the Sacramento Dragons?
Well, on Sacramento's part, they're getting back their running back, Lamar Radcliffe, who had an injury-riddled season last season, but the season before rushed for over 2,000 yards. So I'm sure the Dragons are looking for that production to come back this season. But also I'd like to shout out their receiver, Kendall Hearn, who had a nice season last year, 28 receptions, 714 yards, and 7 TDs. He looks to be kind of the main receiver now with some of the seniors moving on, so I'm looking for big things from him as well.
Yeah, sophomore Lamar Radcliffe 2 years ago, over 2,000 yards and 28 touchdowns. That's video game type numbers. All right, well, we'll be back with opening kickoff on the other side, but first, a word from our sponsor, James Thomas Media, your one-stop shop for all of your video production needs. We are back getting ready for opening kickoff to kick off the new year for Rodriguez football along with the Solano College Sports Network. Cameron Anderson, Miles Meadows, and Blake Molina here. Miles obviously played quarterback here at Rodriguez High School, and early on, actually before I ask you anything, I think we will take looks like we might be taking some time for the national anthem. So it seems like we're waiting here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of your national anthem. This evening, the national anthem will be sung by Rodriguez 2020 alumni, Miss Sansalamani. Miss Amani is currently starring as Jasmine in the North America's Broadway tour of Disney's Aladdin. Please remove your hats and please be silent at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sansalamani.
and we are just getting ready for opening kickoff. So, Miles, talk to me a little bit about head coach Miles King, who came here, I believe, in your senior season as the head coach, and it was his first time being with the program since he was a quarterback back in 2008, 2009. His junior year, he played outstanding, came back, now the head coach, and has really started to turn this program around, back-to-back winning seasons.
Well, yeah, Cam, first off, that national anthem got me going. I'm ready for some ball for sure. But yeah, no, on to Miles though. He's a great coach, a really good offensive mind for sure. As you know, he played the position quarterback here at Rodriguez, Solano, and then further his career at a 4-year. So yeah, he's a great coach, good guy, and just all around knows the game well and can teach it, which is a key part into being a great coach for sure. So yeah.
Yeah, 13-7 regular season record through his first 2 seasons here at Rodriguez, and actually the first time that Rodriguez has had a winning season since he was here as quarterback. Here we go. And I believe this is going to be number 16, Keelan Highbaugh, kicking it off. It'll bounce once into the hands of, wow, he might be off. He's got a lot of green grass. Kicker not ready to make a tackle, cut him off to the sideline, and he is to the house. What a way to start it off. Robert Hamill.
Wow.
Yeah, Robert Hamill for the Sacramento Dragons, kind of that hybrid wide receiver punt returner. Plays a little safety too, so he can kind of do it all, that gadget type player, and he's already showing off some of his skills.
Man, just a poor job right there from the Rodriguez special teams unit there. Just not setting the edge right there and letting them breaking outside contain and just run all the way up the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, he went untouched down the sideline for 80-plus yards. Wow. Great way to start it off if you're Sacramento, who is coming off of an abysmal 2-8 season last year, and this is a program that is not used to having losing seasons like they did last year. And again, a big part of that might have been their running back, Lamar Radcliffe, who was injured. He's healthy tonight to start the year, so he should be a big boost for them. And obviously on that special teams play, they didn't even need him right there. So it looks like we will get ready for the PAT. I believe it's number 7, Armando Torres, to kick it. And it is a line drive low and no good.
Yeah, just that Rodriguez sideline right now just looks really stagnant. They are shook right now, so they really just need to snap out of it, come out this time around with some energy and some aggression and get it going.
And as a quarterback, what do you do as after a kick stick, like right there, they return it for a touchdown before you even get to step on the field? How are you going to approach your huddle and your offense and try to fire them up for this opening drive?
Right, so you got to keep your guys poised right here. Let them know we still got a lot of game to play, a lot of ball to play as an offense. Like you said, we haven't even stepped on the field yet, so we have plenty of time. Come back, settle in, get right, and put some points on the board.
Well, Sacramento sort of leaving the door open, not converting the PAT, so Rodriguez definitely has a chance of their own to go down and score and potentially take the lead, but we will have to wait and see right here. Looks like Bentley Williams and Jeffrey Missouri down to return. 2 seniors, the number 1 wide receiver and number 1 running back for this Mustangs offense. Bentley Williams coming off a really good junior year, 49 carries, 286 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And that was with splitting a lot of carries with his own fellow senior running back. This one low. It'll bounce into the hands of Missouri. Missouri tries to cut to the outside, and he will be brought down. Nice tackle right there from the Dragons special team. Looks like that'll be number 9, Joey Smith, on the tackle. So here we go. First chance to see the Mustangs offense. And the Mustangs last season just a really tough way to finish the year. They were 2 minutes away from punching their ticket to the playoffs for back-to-back seasons against their rivals, Vanden. And Vanden was able to drive late and score their only touchdown of the game as Rodriguez fell short 7-6 in a heartbreaker that we broadcasted last year. But here we go, new season. Bentley Williams on the carry. Nice pickup right there. It looks like he'll pick up about 7 or 8 yards on the opening play.
Yeah, and really look for the Mustangs to come out and establish the run early in this one. You see the Sac High Dragons coming out with a 2-high safety set, letting the Mustangs run the ball, and I know Miles King is going to take advantage of that.
Quarterback Dylan Burke in right here. Bentley Williams to his right. Takes the snap and shotgun. He's going to hand it off again. No, he's going to fake it. He tries to go to the outside. What a block by Jeffrey Missouri. He cuts inside and will pick up the first down.
I think he's got 15 more with a face mask. We'll
yeah. Missouri with a great block. And that's got to fire the offense up, especially when your wide receivers are blocking like that. That's a good sight to see.
Yeah, one thing about Burke that I'm excited for him to see is he's not going to be, I mean, we hope not, he's not going to be kind of split, and I felt like that was really weird. Him and Jones were splitting last year. Now that you're kind of giving him to the full keys to the offense, let's see what he can really do, and I think Rodriguez has really high hopes for this kid.
Yeah, and Dylan Burks, he started out the year really well, was very efficient, was a little shaky in league play, but throwing the ball overall in the year, 54 completions and 88 attempts for 860 yards, 12 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and a 61.5 completion percentage is not too bad. Looking to improve upon that, of course, this year. Bentley Williams, another carry, and again picking up good yards as he will pick up the first down.
Again, Sac High coming out in that 2-high safety set. Mustangs looking to run it down their throats.
Yep. Well, on offense, one of the better stories, definitely the Missouri brothers, 3 of them. Young Jermaine Missouri, the youngest, sophomore, 6'4" wide out, and a lot of potential for him. And the middle brother, Jamar Missouri, 6'5", tight end, and of course Jeffrey Missouri, the two-way player. He's going to be starting on both sides tonight. And it'll be another carry, Bentley Williams. So staying with the ground and pound here early, and why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's like a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards on that carry. Here's second down for the Mustangs. Sacramento trying to get off the field and stop this attack. For it, Burke's going to go to the outside, and it is dropped. Wide receiver just out in front of the out-of-bounds line. Look like that's number 3.
I don't think the play was a bad idea, but definitely, I think it was just rushed. A little too rushed on that pass attempt.
And actually, it doesn't look like we have a number 3 on our roster, so not quite sure who that receiver who is targeted right there is, but 3rd and 7 here.
Got one-on-one coverage.
Jermaine Missouri on the left, 1-on-1. Looks like Burke's looking out right. He will scramble, and he will get out of bounds, but I don't think that's enough. Looked like he might have only picked up a couple yards, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Dylan right there just have the awareness, no down and distance, stay in bounds, try to get those extra yards for that first, but came up a little bit short just there.
Yeah, it actually looks like he might have gone backwards, so that'll go down as a sack. 4th down here, and looks like the Mustangs are going to punt.
Yeah, so far in this one, the Mustangs playing it conservative on the offensive side, which we've seen from Miles King over the years. Just start it off nice and slow, ground and pound game, and go from there.
Oh, yeah, they're playing conservative. Bentley Williams, I mean, so far solid, and there is plenty of game left. And even if they start to kind of catch on and slow them down, I mean, Rodriguez's wide receivers, I mean, they're going to be tough to match up on. You have two good receivers on each side, and then, of course, the tight end, the Missouri brother, the tight end. I mean, you got to always look out for him, too.
Right. Yeah, and it seems like, once again, we saw this last year and your senior year as well, Miles, that Coach King likes to start out with the ground and then hit the play action and every once in a while and try to catch the defense off guard, especially when those safeties start coming in, trying to defend the run, and then you blow off the top. So we'll see if that's sort of what Coach King is trying to do here. And again, still early, 9 minutes left here in this first quarter.
We're really excited to see what Sac High's got on the offensive end here as they coming out with a lead, so let's see how they expand on that.
Robert Hamill, who returned the opening touchdown to start this one, is back there alongside number 10, Darius Moore, who had 3 carries for 53 yards last year. And it will be Darius Moore, and he will not be able to come with it. Ball is loose, unable to make a tackle. Oh, it's loose again, and it will be. Oh, the ball is actually, it looks like the ref is going to call it down.
Lucky break for a sack. It looked like Rodriguez came up with it.
Well, I do believe if the ball is dropped like that, it's a dead play, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's not NFL where the ball's dropped and it's, a loose football.
Yeah.
So the ball will be called dead at the 19-yard line. So 81 yards for this Dragons offense. First time coming out, and they will be with quarterback number 12, LaRon James. And it looks like Sacramento is really trying to get an offensive lineman in there. Might have been getting some treatment down the sideline. James in shotgun, and he will hand it off. First play of the game, and a nice tackle by number 2, Marcy Sees, as he comes up firing, and looked like he was shot out of cannon on that one.
Yeah, and the Mustangs coming out in a really aggressive defensive front right there. Corners pressed up on the outside, one high, looking to really stop that run.
I hate to kind of say it, but he kind of read Radcliffe like a book a little bit. I kind of thought Radcliffe was going to get some space and maybe take off for a couple extra yards. Nice job by the Rodriguez defender.
Well, Coach King and the staff, they do their homework. Ball over the top, and looked like receiver fell. Late flag, and this one's going to go on the DB. And it looks like they're going to hit Christian Gordon, number 12.
I don't know about that call.
Tough call as Robert Hamill looked like he sort of slipped, but Gordon, right around the play. So far, a lot of dead balls, and refs talking over. And here we go. So they are going to call, I believe, pass interference or 10-yard penalty and a first down for the Dragons. Tough break for the Mustangs. And really no safety back there. They are really trying to look to see if Sacramento will throw the ball, and they will. James drops back, and over the top, it is caught. Nice catch from Hamill. Ball was loose at the very end, but they're going to say he was out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little switch release action right there by the outside receivers. Mustangs did a poor job of communicating between the DBs. Sac High took advantage of it.
So LaRon James showing he can drop back and test this one-on-one coverage on the outside.
Yeah, so far a couple solid throws from James, and Hamill's getting that early work. I mean, we talked about already, he took back the 80-plus yard kickoff return and getting some work in the receiver, as a receiver now.
Hand off Radcliffe, and oh man, puts the shoulder down, but looks like number 10, Isaiah Angulo, will come down with the tackle, the senior outside linebacker.
Yeah, just looking at Radcliffe, you can tell he's a big physical back, so he's definitely out there trying to deliver the boom.
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't look scared to run anybody over that's in his way.
Not at all.
Not a very friendly welcome to Isaiah's senior season, but maybe it'll wake him up for tonight. Nice cutback. He's cutting back again, dodging tackles, eventually brought down at the 30-yard line. What a run by Radcliffe as he was just cutting back and forth. And a lot of missed tackles right there from Rodriguez.
And that is just elite spatial awareness and mobility and agility by Radcliffe.
Those cuts, as I would say, those cuts were beautiful that he was making.
High snap. James will take the sack. The center. Not a great snap right there for the Dragons. And it looked like they wanted to hand it off to Darius Moore, but LaRon James didn't really have any options.
Yeah, and for the Rodriguez side, that was number 59, Kashawn Gresham, who had a solid season last year, 39 tackles, 5.5 sacks, looking to pick up right where he left off.
Yeah, Gresham definitely going to lead the charge for the defensive line this year. James going up top, sideline, out of bounds. So we were talking a little bit before the game and pre-production about here at Rodriguez, it gets very windy in these Friday nights, and it is tough to throw the ball down the field here at Rodriguez High School, especially down the sideline where you need to be so precise, and the wind can really take that one out of bounds.
And just to touch on Cam's point right there with the wind, you really got to cut through the wind in order to place a good ball inbounds where your receiver can make a play on it.
So 3rd and long, about 3rd and 17. It's going to be a screen pass. Caught. Hamill lowers his shoulder, and he is down at the 35-yard line. He will be short, but this could be in field goal range unless they're going to keep the O out and try to go for it, and it looks like that's actually what they're going to do.
Yeah, great play call right there by the Sac High. Quick middle screen from the wide receiver, taking advantage of that aggressive defensive front by the Rodriguez front, letting them go through and hitting them right behind them with the screen.
Hamill is going to be one busy man tonight from just a few plays we've already seen. But he's really coming through for this Sac team right now.
Yeah, no Demarion Taylor on the outside so far. He had 14 catches for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions on the defensive side of the ball. But not getting in the game right now, not quite sure what's going on there, but wide receiver, like you said in the intro, Kendall Hearn, who had a monster year, 7 touchdowns, 714 yards on 28 receptions last season for Sacramento, really led the way offensively for the Dragons. So timeout. Still 6-0 Sacramento, 5:38 left to play here in this first quarter. Junior running back Darius Moore, number 10 in the backfield with LaRon James. Here we go, 4th down, handoff. He's got some room, tries to cut to the outside, he will. Down the sideline, picks up the 1st down and out of bounds inside the 5. Huge get right there from Sacramento and a very risky but rewarding call from the Dragons as they get it 1st and goal.
Yeah, great job by line, just able to bounce that one outside the tackles, get upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, if Radcliffe, isn't in there all the time getting little breathers and Moore's running the ball like that, I mean, that is a deadly 1-2 punch.
And looks like it'll be a quarterback keeper as he's going to try to push the line, and they will call him short. Second down. So LeRon James didn't even try to jump over. He was just running right up the gut. See if they do something similar here. And he will. Quarterback sneak, and he might get pushed in from the big fellas, and he will. Touchdown, Sacramento. Their first offensive touchdown, second touchdown of the game, as the first was special teams. And looks like, you would think they go for 2 right here.
Yeah, I would definitely show some aggression from Sacramento, and it would give them a nice lead, so why not?
And that was just a good sustained drive right there by Sac High. Well balanced between run and pass and able to effectively move the ball downfield.
Early in the game, but so far I can say I think LeRon James looks pretty solid out there for that Dragons team.
Sure. He's commanding the offense so far. Yeah. And with running backs like Darius Moore and Lamar Radcliffe, the passing attack just needs to really keep the defense honest. You don't need anything too special. Here's the PAT. It is up. It is good. Not the most pretty of kicks, but counts the same. 13-0 Sacramento out in front early here on opening night at Rodriguez High School.
Once again, somebody's going to have to provide some sort of spark on that offense or Rodriguez sideline right there, because they are just flat, and these Dragons are out bouncing around out there. So need a shift in momentum if you're the Rodriguez Mustangs.
Yeah, hopefully put together a good drive here. Definitely maybe mix up the pass and run attack, and going to need maybe a stop before the end of this first quarter. Still plenty of ball game to go. Still 5 more minutes here in the first quarter. It's been a long first half of the first quarter, but still a lot of ball game to play. Here's the kick. It's the line drive low into the hands of, I believe looks like that's number 13, Zach Carvalho, who will mostly be seen at safety in today's game. But good field position for the Mustangs, up past the 35.
Just as Cam mentioned, still a lot of time left. So if you're the Mustangs, no need to panic. Stick with your offensive game plan. Don't need to force the ball down the field here. Just have a nice sustained drive.
Yeah, plenty of time left in the game, but at the same time, you don't want to get too far behind. Rodriguez isn't far behind yet, but 1 or 2 more scores.
Oh, no. See ya. House call. Wow. Pick like 6. Darius Moore, as it looked like Dylan Burke was going outside for the wide receiver screen. Miles, take me through what went wrong right there.
Yeah, so on that one is not on the quarterback. That one right there, that's on your outside receivers. A quick screen right there. Someone missed their blocking assignment. Let the safety come running downfield, jump the play, made a good play on it, and that's going to be a pick 6 every time.
It also looks like the receiver didn't really come back towards the ball. You usually want to come back towards the middle of the field, let your blockers get out and get a block down for you. But really great anticipation as Darius Moore read that one like a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacramento's D's showing out early, and they're being effective. They're just all around. They're in command right now.
Another PAT, and this one is good.
And we're going to have an offside right here on the Mustangs.
So they will decline the penalty, take the 1 point. So 20-0, as that one took 10 seconds. 10 seconds on the kick return, 10 seconds on that one play, the wide receiver screen that was picked off and taken to the house. So Sacramento efficiently putting points up on the board. And the Mustangs going to need to figure something out quick to stop this momentum for the Dragons like you were mentioning, Miles, or this one might get ugly here early. Torres ready to kick. And this one will bounce. Rodriguez tries to bounce to the outside. Nice tackle right there. Number 20, McKay Small. So for the Dragons, I believe Armando Torres not listed as a kicker, and it looks like, I mean, just based off what I'm seeing, a wide receiver kind of playing kicker tonight for this one. So the Mustangs have had really good field position here early, starting this one right around the 25, I believe, just up past the 25, and can't really tell if Burke held that one. He might have kept it himself.
Yeah, if you're the Mustangs right here, you need to find a mismatch on your offensive line that you like. I'm looking at our left tackle, left guard combo right there. Stay behind them. Run right behind your left tackle, left guard. Get some yards, get some first downs, and pick up momentum from there.
Yeah. Second down. Keeper, Burke, trying to get to the outside. He stops and looks like he will be tackled right around the line of scrimmage. He might have actually lost yardage right there. Great pursuit from this Dragon defense. And Rodriguez might need to get a little bit more creative here to pick up some yards here. And this is a pretty crucial third down. Definitely don't want to keep your offense on the field, not only to try to score points, but also definitely don't want a lot of your defense on the field all game with special teams. And
yeah, look for him to take a shot right here, close side of sideline. 3
out wide to the right.
Here it is.
And Missouri, ball downfield, and it is just over the head of Jermaine Missouri, the sophomore, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and that's the right call. That's the mismatch. That's the matchup you want if you're the Mustangs. Take a shot right there, third down, and just wasn't able to execute.
Yeah, sometimes those don't always work out, but definitely not a bad play or throw or anything at all. Just a little over his head. Potentially the wind might have had something to do with that.
Mustangs bring out the punt unit. Looks like it's going to be number 9, Jamar Missouri, punting here. The junior tight end. And we might have a little trick play here. We'll see. Might be a little too early to bring those out. And a standard punt. Nice one from Missouri. This one will bounce off the hands. I believe it'll bounce off the hands, but either way, I think they're going to say it was down.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but I don't think he touched that one, so possession's going to remain with Sac High.
So good job by Sacramento to not touch that one. Would have been live. But here we go. Dragons offense back out on the field. And Lamar Radcliffe in the backfield with quarterback number 12, LaRon James. Hearn on the left to the outside. And it's a toss. Radcliffe to the sideline, puts his shoulder down, and my goodness. The truck stick from Lamar Radcliffe as he was heading out of bounds. There was a penalty in the backfield. And it will be a holding on the offense, so that'll bring them back.
That to me is one of just the most disappointing things in football is when you have a good run like that or someone throws a bomb downfield and then there's a flag for someone holding, whether it's for majority of the play or just a quick second.
Yeah, look for them to come right back to that, but to the far side of the field. That way it gives Radcliffe more room to make moves, cuts, and get upfield and get more yards.
Yeah, just the short sample size from what we've seen, his vision is incredible. He knows where to cut. He knows the holes. Like, we could expect a monster game from Radcliffe. It wouldn't shock me.
James in shotgun. Across the middle, just over the head of Hearn, and looked like he might have actually been able to reel that one in, and I think there's a fight on the field. Oh, no.
Wow, the first game. Oh, sidelines are coming off. Wow.
Oh, man. They're going to
Someone
break this
just
one
jumped.
up.
Yeah. I don't even know who's in the middle of that.
Coaches need to get their players back to the sidelines here. Just looks like Radcliffe was in the middle of that one. I don't know who from the Mustangs was over there.
Well, Burke has his helmet off. I don't know if he was involved, but he looked angry, and he's got his helmet off right now.
Well, if the Mustangs needed any juice, we'll see if that one provides some. Not exactly the healthiest way to provide some energy, but Miles King on the field, and the refs are talking this one over. We will see if any players will have to be ejected from this one. And you really hope not, as, like you said, it seemed like Radcliffe and quarterback Dylan Burke both really integral pieces to their offenses, and it would be an absolute shame to see them have to leave this one so early here just in the first quarter.
That happened so quick. I literally saw it when everybody started rushing off the field.
Yeah, and it's always hard to tell who was in the middle of it when it's away from the play.
Yep. Yeah, again, a lot of speculation on who was involved, and we don't have all the facts. Looks like the refs communicating to the Rodriguez sideline. So 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, 1 for each side, and I guess those 2 will offset. So are they just going to call this one a wash? I mean,
yeah, and I believe the rule is that if it happens again, the game is suspended.
Really? So
if
it's like a warning call.
Yeah.
So you're saying if that, like something like that were to happen again, they would just call the game, period?
I'm not, don't quote me on that, but I believe so.
Wow.
All right, well, yeah, that would definitely be a shame, and
Yeah.
we're right here with Sacramento's sideline, definitely going to try to control tempers.
And if that is, in fact, the rule, I'm sure that's what each coach is relaying to their team right now.
Especially if you're Sacramento. I mean, you think about it. For Sacramento, this is the first game of the year, obviously. They went 2-8 last year. Since 2009, they've made the playoffs 11 times. So this is a program that is used to punching their ticket to the playoffs and playing well, winning seasons in basically every year. You're up 20-0 here in the first quarter, and the last thing you need is a suspension on a game where if you're Sacramento, all the momentum is on your side.
Yeah, and kind of weird they were 2-8 last year, but in those 2 games they won 48-6 against Stag High, and then 41-14 against El Camino. And let's remember, we talked about in the beginning, they had no Lamar Radcliffe at all last year.
Yeah.
So that's just incredible, where a good chunk of your offense comes from your running back, and you're still able to put up 40 points.
Yeah, they had a couple of big games, but really, to me, it seemed like on the defensive end, I mean, it was a historically bad defense for them. Opponents averaged 34 points per game against them, and that's the most points they've let up on average since Max Preps was created. So,
and this one, I wouldn't know that because they came out and they are firing on all cylinders, scoring on all three phases, special teams, offense, and defense.
Yeah, and this looks like a completely different team from last year, and a lot of turnover for players, so it is really a new team. All right, well, looks like we might be ready for football once again. Well, an action-packed first quarter for sure. And I believe this game started maybe 40 minutes ago. I could be wrong. But we still got 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 20-0 Sacramento.
Let's just hope both of the teams can keep their composure so this game doesn't potentially get suspended. Looks like the coaches did a good job as everyone seems a little more calm now. They're getting ready back on the field.
Timeout Dragons. So it looks like there might have been some confusion as we saw a lot of players sort of subbing in and out right there right before what was supposed to be the snap, but Sacramento going to talk it over. And I believe both teams now have used a timeout.
Yeah, that's a good timeout for a multitude of reasons. Regardless of the subs, just get your players a little extra time to get their composure underneath them and settle in, refocus.
Yep. Well, Sacramento in 2021, so just 2 years ago, they were the 8th seed in the Sac Joaquin D3 playoffs, and they beat Golden Valley in the first round, but then eventually lost to number 3 seed Manteca, who went on to win the D3 sectional championship in the San Joaquin section. So Sacramento, a very good program, and looks like so far in this first game, they're starting out real hot to kick off the new season. And more, looking for more yards, but not a lot to find, and it'll bring up 3rd and forever as the first down marker's at the 50-yard line, and they're going to be lined up right around the 26. So call it 3rd and 24.
3rd and long.
We'll see what Sacramento draws up here. Head coach Kimby Drayton for the Dragons. Uh-oh. Looked like that was a late penalty, I believe. Someone jumped much earlier than the flag was thrown. And they're going to call it on the defense.
Yeah, they got number 59 right there, Keshawn Gresham, on the hard count. There's got to be more discipline there, especially we're in soft coverage, meaning all the DBs, everybody in the defensive back group is 10-plus yards off the ball. Just no need to jump right there.
Yep. So that'll bring them up to the 31, and it's a handoff. And a nice tackle, Trevor Cromie in the backfield. There is a flag on the play, so we will wait and see, but there is the senior linebacker, Trevor Cromie, who feels like he's been on varsity football team forever. Trevor Cromie is a great middle linebacker. He was racking up so many tackles last season and just seems like he really has a nose for the ball, always finding a way to be on the ball and make crucial tackles. So did they blow this play dead before?
We got a holding call on the Dragons. Not sure who though.
Well, that would have brought up 4th down if they declined it, right? I mean,
It would have.
maybe they blew the play dead, so not quite sure. You would think you'd take 4th down and 20 versus 3rd and 30 is not amazing. I mean, here we go, 3rd and 30. LeBron James over the middle, incomplete. And Sacramento will have to punt here inside their own 20. So good stop here from the Mustangs. And this is the first time the Dragons will send out the punting unit. Looks like Kendall Hearn will be the punter. So no punters or kickers for Sacramento, just athletes out there. As Armando Torres with the kicking duties today and Kendall Hearn, the senior wide receiver, punting. Looks like Rod thought they were going for a punt block. This one, a nice punt in the air. Missouri will catch it, cut to the outside. He's got some space down the sideline and a nice return as he is out of bounds right around the 35-yard line in enemy territory.
Yeah, really good starting field position for the Mustangs. First time they've been able to flip the field, get the opposing team side of the field, so let's see what they can do with it.
Here at the 35-yard line, so 15 yards outside of the red zone to begin this drive. Great field position. Can't ask for a whole lot more here if you're the Mustangs. Here's Burke. Bentley Williams to his right. He's got 2 receivers to his left. He will hand it off. Bentley Williams tries to bounce to the outside, but a great front, good tackling from the Dragons. And looks like they're going to give one of the tackles to number 57, Contreras. And I believe number 11, Corey Radcliffe, also in on that one. He had 15 tackles for losses last year and averaged 13 tackles a game last season, which was number 1 in his conference. Fake the handoff, play action. Here you go, right over the middle. Nice catch, it's Missouri, Jamar Missouri. And a first down, first catch for him, and I believe first completion for this offense in the air.
Yeah, really good levels concept right there from the Mustangs. Dylan Burke able to layer that ball in. Great job.
Jamar Missouri lined up at tight end. Jeffrey Missouri all the way outside to the left. This is a handoff. Bentley Williams up the middle. Got some space. He'll bring a couple defenders with him as he picks up a nice gainage right there. Call it 5 yards.
Yeah, Williams is working early. We just finished the first quarter now, so a lot more attempts are coming for Williams as we have a lot of game left.
Man, that first quarter flew by, right? Man. So we will get ready for the second quarter as they will flip sides here. So, Miles, what are some of the things you see that you like from the Mustangs, and what are some of the things you think they need to improve on for the rest of this game throughout these next 3 quarters?
Yeah, one thing that I will point out from the offensive side of the Mustangs is they're doing a very nice job of pass blocking the few times that they have dropped back. Dylan, he's got a lot of time back there, and they're doing a good job just at blocking and giving him time to deliver a good ball down the field. But what I'd like to see them improve on a little bit is just maybe just a little bit more schemic within their design and their playbook. Just kind of set plays up a little bit more, just in terms of pushing the ball downfield.
Yeah, so far it seems like it's been pretty vanilla right now with some of the plays they're running.
Yeah.
A lot of, inside zone handoffs or a quarterback keeper, the wide receiver screen, and right there actually that that last catch by Jamar Missouri. Nice throw across the middle from Dylan Burke. Let's see if that activates him a little bit. He's going to hand it off again. Bentley Williams has been really productive through that first quarter.
And just to touch on your point a little bit more, Cam, just a little bit more misdirection, maybe play action from this offense. I feel like that would really help them open it up and get things going.
Yeah, I would agree. Here's third down. About 3rd and 3 inside the 10-yard line here for the Mustangs. Dragons defense trying to keep that donut on the board. The Mustangs looking for their first touchdown of this new year. Burke, and hands it off. Williams finds a lane, and he will be inside for the touchdown. Bentley Williams, as the Mustangs get on the board. First touchdown of the year, and it comes from the senior running back.
Yeah, he's having already a solid game, as we talked about, up to 7 rushes and just a little above 40 yards, and now that touchdown, and that is now giving the Mustangs some momentum with plenty of time left in this game. So well done by Williams. Nice running, good vision and cuts.
All right, here we go. A little bit of life over there from that Mustang sideline. We might have ourselves a game here now.
A lot of ball game. So Rodriguez went down 20 real early. I believe it took 5 minutes for Sacramento to get 3 touchdowns. But after that sort of altercation and pause in the game, Mustangs got to stop and went down to score. Here's a 2-point conversion. It's a pitch to Bentley Williams. Stays on his feet, carries the defender into the end zone. 2-point conversion is converted by Bentley Williams, I believe.
Yeah, just some nice hard running right there by Bentley Williams. I believe contact was made in the backfield, just able to keep those legs moving, get in there for the 2.
And nice job by Jamar Missouri right there on the block. The tight end, he had a completion on the drive, and nice block right there, set up his running back. So 8 points, 8-20. Rodriguez down by 12.
Well, Williams is doing a good job. It'll just kind of be on Burke now to try to get those receivers and obviously get the tight end going to get a little more offense going. But right now, Williams is the focal point of the offense, and he's doing a really good job so far in this early game.
So 45 seconds into this second quarter, Mustangs on the board, and the ref gonna wait. It's very windy tonight, so that ball can roll over. Looks like the ref's making sure everybody's set and ready.
From a non-football standpoint, because obviously the wind plays a big factor, it does feel nice out here compared to all the heat we've had in the recent weeks, depending on where you live, of course. I'm from Vacaville, where it will roast you alive, so this is nice. But obviously for the football players, I'm sure this is definitely a difficult task that Sacramento so far has kind of been up for it, and Rodriguez is starting to come alive as well.
So, not quite sure what we're waiting on here. Looks like we're waiting on the call. There we go. There's a signal. I believe the refs might have been helping with a potentially injured player on the Rodriguez sideline. And punt is low, picked up. Hamill, he's already got a touchdown. Oh, cuts back and takes a big hit as he tried to cut back but was immediately met by a Mustang. So Hamill definitely a dangerous weapon for the Dragons. He's already proven that here early. And a threat with the ball in his hands. So Darius Moore in the backfield with LaRon James. Radcliffe on the sideline taking a breather. And he's going to drop back. Throw is a good one, just off the fingertips of Kendall Hearn. And that looked like a pretty good throw.
Yeah, good coverage right there by Jeffrey Missouri. Lots of contact, good no call by the refs. He was able to stay with him downfield and make a play on the ball.
I think if Hearn had the chance, he would definitely want that one back. But
for sure.
Very good defense, like you said, Miles, from the Mustangs.
Yeah, Missouri blanket coverage right there. And the throw was a little bit high, but that's kind of where you need to throw it right there with Missouri's coverage on that play. And here might be a big run. Moore picking up a lot of yards right there. First down and some as he brings it across the 50-yard line. And there was a really big gap right there for him to run through, and he will pick up about 16 on that one.
The run game is just continuing to be effective there, but for the Dragons.
And it looks like Rodriguez definitely wary of the run and defensively trying to stop this run. See if this front seven can get in the backfield. They almost had him. Darius Moore, shifty, still on his feet, just won't go down until eventually he is forced down by Zach Carvalho and other Mustangs.
Yeah, just good pursuit right there by the Mustangs. First guy didn't get him, but we got a wave of tacklers coming right behind him.
Yeah, good swarm right there defensively. And they will get him down in the backfield. They'll lose about 2 to 3 yards right there. 2nd and 13. James drops back, throwing down the sideline. He's got a receiver caught, and he stays on his feet and touchdown.
Wow, great ball. Great ball.
LaBradian Keyword. And like you just said, Miles, what a ball from LaRon James. We've seen it coming. He's been trying to hit that over the top down the sideline. Missouri tried his best to stay with him, but Keyword just made a great play.
Yeah, good acceleration right there by your receiver, able to run and go get that one.
He had a lot of separation. He even came back and sort of caught it, and then was able to still have the energy and determination to get into the end zone.
Yeah, but to your point, Cam, just was quarterback right there, able to push that ball from the opposite hash down the field to the far side, put it right on the money. Great play.
Obviously, plenty of game left, but I mean, we talked about before the broadcast about, we were really excited to see Dylan Burke and what he can do. LaRon James is stealing the show for Sacramento. I mean, he has looked tremendous in the first half, and we still have a whole nother half to go.
PAT is good from Torres, 27-8. Sacramento, nice drive right there. And if you're a fan of defense, probably not going to like this one so far.
Yeah, if you're the Mustangs here, ideally you want to get 2 scores before the half. So they're going to need to air it out here. Just get a quick score right here, get a stop on defense, and then come right back to it and score again.
Yeah, and the way the offense has been humming today for both sides, really. 2 scores in 9 minutes is nothing, really, at the rate that this game is going.
It's very doable.
So Torres and the Dragons getting set to kick off to the Mustangs. And it will be Jeffrey Missouri back there to return. Here we go. And they're going to have a placeholder for this kickoff due to the wind. I mean, this is crazy wind right now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Cuts to the outside. He's got some room. Down the sideline. This is a big return. He's still on his feet. Down the sideline. He may go all the way. Touchdown.
There's one. There's one if you're the Mustangs.
Well, Cam, I think you just said it best. As we saw in the first quarter how quickly Sacramento scored, Rodriguez turns around and does the exact same thing. Right back into this game, and right now I would say the momentum is starting to really shift for the Mustangs.
So high ball, the touchdown. 2 kick return touchdowns in this one. One from both sides. 14-27. You can see the student section here at Rodriguez High School. That'll definitely pump up the home crowd.
And if you're the Dragons on that one, again, much like the Mustangs, just really poor outside contain right there by your special teams unit.
Burke going for 2. Fakes the handoff. Fade. Outside. Missouri. Did he haul it in? No, it's picked off. And the play will be dead. Can't return that one on a 2-point conversion in high school, so they go for it. Missouri had the fade route. Definitely leaped high enough. Looked like that ball might have just been a little underthrown for his 6'4" target out there.
Yeah, a little underthrown and a little late right there. You just want to see Dylan get that one out quicker. You know, on a fade, you don't have to ride that play fake too much. Yeah. Pull it, get it out.
Yeah, and we've been talking about Darius more on the offensive end. He already has the pick 6, and he played phenomenal defense there. He's kind of just doing everything for Sacramento on both sides of the ball.
Well, already 27-14. A lot of offense early in this one. .41 combined points between the two sides, and still got 9.5 minutes left to go in the first half. In this very long first half, and there has been a lot of delay in between kickoffs due to the wind, and we'll see if the Mustangs are able to get away with not bringing out a placeholder. There's confetti flying across the field from the student section. Here we go. It's a low one. Fielded. Hamill, good cut, but was tripped up. That shoelace tackle may have saved a lot of yards for this Mustang defense.
And to my point earlier, just about outside contain, you see number 15 right there, Liam, comes down, he sets the outside right there, forces him back inside towards the middle of the field. That way he's not able to get loose and break free towards the sideline.
And how about that, junior quarterback on special teams. Liam Flores listed as a quarterback. Here's LaRon James once again, and he's got Lamar Radcliffe in the backfield. 6'2", 220-pound senior. And he will give him the rock. And nice job from the front 7 right there for the Mustangs as they limit him to just a couple of yards. We'll see if we see more Radcliffe in this one. It's definitely been a lot of Darius Moore, but seems like Radcliffe should be the guy, the featured back tonight. Again, ran for 2,000 yards as a sophomore and had 28 touchdowns. Outside, and it is just over the head. Looked like the receiver, Torres, didn't quite have his eyes on the ball as he was running his route, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Again, you see the Dragons go back to that switch release play on which they connected on earlier. So our quarterback, Laurent, just needs to keep that one a little bit more in bounds right there to give his receiver a chance on the play.
Here we go. 3rd and 7. Handoff, Radcliffe. And he is shot out, but trying to go down, and he will put up a fight. We'll see how close this one is. It looks like it's going to bring up 4th down, but I would not be surprised if the Dragons keep their offense out. Lamar Radcliffe, a very hard individual to get down to the turf.
Yeah, if you're the Mustangs defense right here, you see Radcliffe back there.
Yeah.
You've got to be expecting an inside zone. With the exception of one play, Radcliffe has gone in between the tackles each time.
Yeah. Well, and you want to almost all out send a blitz or something up the middle right here, but again, they have threats on the outside, and Laurent James has shown that he's not scared to throw it. Hands it off though. Radcliffe, will he be stood up short? Yes! What a tackle from the Mustangs, and it looks like that was Isaiah Angulo along with Jamar Missouri. Big stop, and I believe that'll be a turnover on downs.
The Dragons right there, predictable, just like I said, another inside zone. 4th down right there, you want to mix it up, maybe get it to him on a toss, but go with the inside zone and you get stuff.
Yeah, the Cam pretty much just kind of addressed it with the front 7. Rodriguez did a good job on Radcliffe, and I'm sure they definitely prepared for him and his, so-called return.
Oh, in the backfield right there, what a tackle. Number 24, Jeremiah Richard, the junior. He sniffed that one out early, and that'll be a loss of a few yards on that play.
Shot out of a cannon.
Yep. Yeah, he was in the backfield in a hurry. And that is sometimes the problem with some of these runs in the gun instead of under center is if they're getting in the backfield early, you could definitely lose some yards, but Dylan Burke seems like he's comfortable in shotgun. And in the Miles King offense. Handoff, Bentley Williams has got some separation down the sideline and a lot of room to go. Eventually tripped, but not before a big gain on that run. Outside zone proves successful as Bentley Williams will take this one into the red zone.
Yeah, pointed it out earlier, that left tackle, left guard matchup right there for the Mustangs. That's a matchup that they can exploit. Great job right there sealing that edge and allowing Bentley to get outside and get upfield.
Ball right around the 20-yard line. Handoff, Williams, he cuts back, and he is eventually down. There is a flag on the play. We'll see if this one's coming back.
Looks like Williams left the field to go to the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to get a breather over there. He has been the workhorse tonight for the Mustangs. Referee talking the play over with Coach King.
There was a flag on the play. I'm not sure what's called. Oh, here we go.
Well, not quite sure if the play was just blown dead. Looks like it's still first down, and I believe, 12 men on the field it looks like. Okay. And I believe that will be on the Dragons as the Mustangs move up 5 yards. Here we go. Fakes handoff, Burke. He's got some room to the outside, sheds off a tackle and out of bounds. Solid gain right there. Almost broke that one free. But nonetheless, a solid gain and able to get out of bounds and avoid a big hit, which is very big for the Mustangs offense. Dylan Burke, his health is wealth, especially in the first game of the season.
Yeah, Dylan's got what we like to call get loose juice. So he can get in open field and break tackles for sure.
Yeah, and the sample sizes we saw, because we talked about how he split with last year's quarterback Jones last year, we did see the speed and it's there and the cuts, and now we're getting a little bit better display with him being at the helm.
Handoff, running back, outside, and he will be, did they push him across? No, he will be short, but I believe that will pick up the first down for the Mustangs. It's going to be 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
And that play was blown dead a little early if you're the Mustangs, but right on time if you're the Dragons.
Marcy Cease with the carry, and it's fake. Burke, oh man, he will be dropped in the backfield. Big play. Lamar Radcliffe playing both sides of the ball. And that's a big loss on the play. Dylan Burke tackled like maybe 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this is where if you're the Mustangs, you really need to start mixing it up with misdirection, putting people in motion, making the defense's eyes wander, and then you'll catch them sleeping.
Ball right around the 10-yard line. Bentley Williams in the backfield. We'll see if Burke throws this one. Play action. Fade. Outside. Missouri. Did he catch it and get his feet in bounds? Yes, he did.
Wow, what a play.
Spectacular catch.
Welcome to Rodriguez varsity football. Jermaine Missouri. And I know, Miles, you were talking about him earlier before the game. The sophomore, 6'4", obviously brothers with Jeffrey and Jermaine Missouri. But you said there's a lot of potential for this young wide receiver.
Yeah, the kid is special. The kid is special. I mean, he's got uncoachable size. And just for someone his size, with him being 6'4", 6'5", he has really good feet, really good control of his body, which is rare at a young age. So he's going to have a very bright future.
Yeah, and for a guy, 15, 16 years old, 6'4" already, and playing varsity, getting really good reps here, the starting wide receiver alongside his two brothers. And this play blown up. Looks like the Mustangs not really trusting any kicker for a PAT. They've gone for the 2-point conversion for the 3rd time now. They're 1 for 3 today. But because Sacramento missed their first PAT, it's a 7-point ball game, 20-27. Mustangs have come back in this one. They were down 20-0, and things were looking pretty bleak early. But really, since that scuffle in the first quarter, things have sort of turned around for the Mustangs.
Yeah, just a momentum shift from the scuffle, Cam, like you talked about for both teams. Sacramento was in charge and Rodriguez was kind of struggling. Once that altercation, it's like both teams kind of switched sides, and now Rodriguez has the momentum. And again, the game has been going on for so long. We still have a whole nother half and 5 minutes and 11 seconds left in this one.
Right, and Rodriguez just got that second score that I alluded to.
Yep.
1 possession game right here, so they have a chance to tie it, if not take the lead, with a quick stop here.
I believe this is number 16, Keelan Highball, ready to kick. Another line drive, picked up by an up man. Trying to take it upfield, nice tackle. Trying to look for a number, I believe that's Trevor Cromie. No, it looks like that's actually going to be Marcy Cease.
And the Dragons really just need to have a nice methodical drive right here. They need this drive to be the last one of the half.
Yeah, we'll see. We haven't really seen that long drive. I mean, the field position has been great for both sides. Both sides definitely don't have a big leg. Over the top, once again, almost linked up with his target again. Keyword almost reached out and caught that one. Maybe just a little overthrown, but real close right there. LaRon James has definitely been aggressive tonight.
Yeah, and that's the Ross brother right there. Great coverage by him on the back end.
Senior Chris Ross, cornerback out there with Christian Gordon, Jaden Wright Jackson. Once again, over the top, Wright Jackson on defense. What a catch!
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Goodness. Kendall Hearn.
Well, we talked about it. He was the man last year for this Dragons team as one of the top receivers, and he's getting a little fancy now, showing off the spectacular catch. Well done by Hearn.
Yeah, definitely one of the more impressive catches I've seen on this field for sure.
Who needs two hands?
Yeah, right.
And, you know, Rodriguez, nothing to take away. That was great defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those plays.
Jaden Wright Jackson was all over him. And let's see, this might be a false start. Man. Kendall Hearn, we knew he was a guy coming into this one. He had a huge season last year. Led the team in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns, overall touchdowns. The 6'2" junior, just a junior.
Yeah, and forget what I said about a methodical drive. The Dragons are coming out and taking 2 deep shots here already, so
Yeah.
they're playing it aggressive for sure.
A lot of big plays so far here in the first half. Still over 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. 47 total points so far. Dropping back, James, slant route, caught, what a play. Keyword had to go back and catch that one almost into the hands of the cornerback, as that one was a little bit underthrown, but Keyword bailing out his quarterback right there.
Yeah, another well-covered route there by the Mustangs, but again, just a better offensive play.
Radcliffe in the backfield. James feeling it down the sideline and a little too far.
I think he was feeling it a little too much there. But other than that throw, I mean, James has been on target with his throws tonight.
Yeah, and really solid throws all night. The wind has died down a little bit right now, so this could be a good time to throw it.
And to Cam's point, that's an underrated aspect of playing here. The wind dies down. As a quarterback, you have to know that. You got to take some off.
3rd and 5. Radcliffe in the backfield. He'll take it. He's trying to get to the outside. He'll cut back, and the Mustangs get him down. It looks like that is Chris Ross. There is a flag on the play.
I believe this one's going to be on the Dragons here.
So we'll see. I mean, I think you have the option. Would you want to accept or decline this? Bring up 4th down. It would be about a 4th and 5. And they will accept. 3rd and 15 now. So, right here, probably 4 down territory if you're the Dragons. So, 4 down, or 2 more downs to pick up 15 yards, and the Dragons want to talk about it. They'll call a timeout. So the clock will stop. 3:17 left here. Well, fellas, this has been a lot of offense, and we keep saying it, but 27-20 here in the first half. Have you been a part of any games that have really felt like this, where defense can't stop a nosebleed this early?
No, not here, actually. You know, not over the course of my playing career here. But, yeah, this one's a thriller for sure. Just a lot of back-and-forth action, which I have been a part of that, but not this high, not in the first half, no.
Yeah, this has almost turned into practically a gunslinger game now. Is who wants to kind of shoot first and who wants it more. And so far, Sacramento's taken that. But Rodriguez has fought back. I mean, Cam, you said it earlier. They were down 20-0, and now, I mean, they have 20 points on the board themselves. Sacramento has only scored 7 since.
Yeah, 20-7 run from the Mustangs. The one touchdown from the Dragons was on that keyword touchdown. Across the middle. Oh, big hit. Zach Carvalho. That's definitely a pass breakup as he met Kendale Hearn, and Hearn was a little slow to get up.
Yeah, number 13 guarded the opposing number 13 very well, and now it's 4th and 15. Good job by the Mustang defense.
Carvalho had 41 tackles and 2 interceptions last year.
Yeah, if I'm the Dragons right here, I'm looking to get the ball to Radcliffe in space. Send him out to the flat, get it to him early, and let him work.
4th and 15. Screenplay. Hamill. Breaking tackles, but not all of them. And I believe Trevor Cromie in there on the tackle. He is. Turnover on downs. Mustangs come up with another big stop.
Yeah, good discipline right there by the Mustangs. Dragons tried to use Radcliffe for mixed direction, sent him out one way, went back with the middle screen right underneath, but the Mustangs were able to stay on the play, stay on the ball, and secure the tackle and turnover on downs.
Yeah, just like you said, this Dragons offense, they have a lot of really elite playmakers, and they've been shaking off the first or second tackle, but the Mustangs have been determined enough to keep coming and make sure that they bring him down eventually, and that is exactly what they did right there. Handoff, Bentley Williams cuts back. What a cut. He's got a lot of separation down the sideline. Stiff arm, eventually out of bounds. Nice tackle from Darius Moore, but Bentley Williams, oh no, looks like there's dirty laundry on the field, and we might have a holding on the offense. Like just what you were talking about a little bit ago, Blake Molina, that one might really hurt the Mustang offense. Big run late here in the second half, and it looks like it's going to be all for naught.
Yeah, and I just know Williams is screaming on the inside. He's been running phenomenal, especially that run. That would have been a big run and really would have set up the Mustangs for a potential score there.
Yeah, if you were wondering what Get Loose Juice looked like, you just saw it right there. Phenomenal cut.
Great that both players in the backfield, Dylan Burke and Bentley Williams, have that. Here's 1st and 15. Still plenty of time. Clock is ticking, and they're going to try the handoff again. Williams, a late handoff. Oh, man. He dodges one tackle, dodges another. Oh, my goodness. Bentley Williams shaking defenders and shaking tackles. Another big run, back-to-back big runs for Bentley Williams. First one gets called back. Second one is good.
Yeah, and that's reminiscent of another number 11 back when I played. I mean, geez, he's
Mighty
getting
Mouse.
that ball. Yes, sir. He's getting that ball, getting upfield, breaking tackles.
Here's a handoff. Seiss. Nice cut, and he will pick up a decent gain. Yeah, Bentley Williams just a little bit taller than Malachi Jones.
Right.
But Malachi Jones, at his stature, it was hard over height for Malachi Jones, and it was something to see watching him just running across the field, whether it's on the defensive side of the ball or whether he's running guys over. Here's another fake play action down the sideline, miscommunication, and it will be luckily out of bounds. Oh, a late hit, and an offensive lineman is down for the Mustangs. Looks like that's Samarjit Singh, number 60.
Yeah, and it looks like he's in quite a bit of pain.
Well, that might be Thomas Bellardo right there. He's tough, so he'll shake it off.
Yeah, you might be right. It looks like there's 2 number 60s listed here on the roster, both offensive linemen maybe. So Thomas Bellardo will head off. 1:53 left here in the first half. Well, fellas, I hope you don't have a curfew tonight, as it is already 9:10, 9 o'clock, and we're not even at halftime yet. So this might be a late one.
I don't have a curfew, but I'm going to be having a midnight dinner for sure. I got to figure out what's open.
So here we go. That is a big penalty. Mustangs move up into the red zone. And I believe PA said 9. Looks like it's at the 8-yard line. Great field position here. First down, first and goal. And the Dragons jumped. Oh no, it's actually going to be on the offense, the Mustangs. False start. So that'll back them up 5. So first and goal here at the 13. Still really good field position. We'll see if Burke tries to go back to that fade route. Jermaine, Missouri. He's definitely got a mismatch on the outside, a huge height advantage. And the motion, oh no, fumble, and Burke able to dive right on it. So could have been even worse than what resulted right there, which will be a 5-yard loss, as it looked like there was a missed snap and looked like it was going to be a sort of a jet sweep to number 3, Highball, but instead, play is blown dead, and we'll have a second down.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Mustangs take advantage of this mismatch on the opposite side of number 4, Jeffrey, Missouri.
Yeah.
There's one-on-one out there,
Big
isolated
bro.
on that island. Lots of room.
It looks like he's going to go to the brother. Jermaine, Missouri, back again. Oh, tried to twist and contort his body and keep his feet in bounds. Just out of reach for Jermaine. But yeah, like you said, Jeffrey, Missouri on the right side, the senior. He's been a little quiet tonight offensively. I don't think he's really gotten any targets so far.
You know, he hasn't, but Dylan right there just needs to put that one on the back pylon. Just give his receiver room to run under it or high point it and make a play.
Third and goal. 1:10 left here in the first half. Burke dropping back, steps up, throws, and it is incomplete. Great coverage right there. And, man, Robert Hamill has just been all over the field doing everything. Offense, special teams, defense. Gets the breakup right there. Started out the game with the kick return for a touchdown and has to have well over probably 140 yards returning so far tonight.
Big play right here.
Fourth down, fourth and goal. Drops back. Throw incomplete, looking for Jermaine, Missouri, and the Mustangs will turn the ball back over. The defense coming back out on the field.
It looks like the Mustangs tried to go with a double move right there. Just didn't quite work out. Jermaine wasn't able to get the DB's hands off of him at the line of scrimmage.
Miles, how good are you at kicking?
I'm great at everything I do, Cam.
I think they might need you out there to kick, because I think if the Mustangs had a kicker they trusted right there, you probably kick the 3 and be content down by possibly 4 heading into half.
For sure, for sure.
So here we go. The Dragons, with just under a tick below 1 minute, will need to go basically the length of the field. Handoff Radcliffe, and he is swallowed up at the line. The Mustangs have done a phenomenal job really keeping him quiet tonight. He's had a couple of big runs, but for a guy who ran for 2K as a sophomore with 28 touchdowns, the Mustangs, in my opinion, have done a really good job on him tonight.
Yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. Their containment on Radcliffe has been surprising but impressive at the same time. As you said, he's had a couple big runs, but for the most part, he's in check.
Clock ticking. We'll see if they just take this into half. No, they're going to throw it. Oh, and he lost the football. Cromie on it. They're going to call it a dead ball. I don't know about that one.
Wow.
Oh, Rodriguez is not happy.
Wow.
I don't blame him.
Are we going to have another tuck rule? Raiders fans, look away.
Terrible call.
So they will blow it dead. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 10. So they throw this again. The Mustangs do have a chance to get this ball back, although there is only 15 seconds left. I mean, I believe Rodriguez still has 2 more timeouts. We'll see how aggressive they get, really both teams here. If I'm Sacramento, I might just try to run this one out. No, they're going to throw the outside. Incomplete. So the Mustangs keep both timeouts. Clock is still ticking for some reason. I believe it should be at the 10. Should be 10 seconds left. So potentially a 3 and out here.
Are they going for this?
Man, it does look like the Kendall Hearn and Torres are lined up as if they're going for it, but and they will. They're going to hand off. Radcliffe. Oh, he is brought down. Time to spare. And whoever is on the game clock is not doing a great job. I will be just completely honest. It's about 2 to 3 seconds after the play is dead, and you would think Coach Miles King calls a timeout. And I think that's a turnover on downs. I don't believe he got to the first down marker. So the Mustangs will have one play, literally 1 second left here in the first half. Down by 7, and obviously got to go for a shot in the end zone to close out the first half.
Yeah, I'd go trips to the far side, have the 3 Missouri brothers line up, and see if one of them can come down with it.
Yeah. You would think, you know, which Missouri brother might get a little greedy, try to go for that ball, but I think you would hope between 6'4", 6'5" target and Jeffrey Missouri, the senior at 6 feet, who has really sure hands. One of them will probably come down with it. So it looks like it will be Jamar and Jeffrey to the right, Jermaine to the left with high ball. Bentley Williams in the backfield.
Got one-on-one with Jeffrey.
Yep.
On the right side.
Here we go. End of the clock. Oh, dropped by Jermaine Missouri, and that'll take us to the second half. Very eventful first half. Rodriguez was down 20-0 in the first 5 minutes of the ball game. They go on a 20-7 run. And here we are, 27 Sacramento, 20 Rodriguez. As we go into halftime, we will be back after a quick break on the other side.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you'll feel a warm welcome at Solano.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-888-8255 864-7000.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
All right, welcome back to the second half. A very eventful first half, 47 points combined as Sacramento up by 7 here, heading into the third quarter. Now I will be handing the play-by-play duties to your future play-by-play announcer for this semester, Blake Molina. Blake, take it away.
Thank you, Cam. I appreciate the introduction, and very happy to be filling the shoes that were filled by you for practically almost 2 years, and you've done a phenomenal job. Even when I worked with you as a color, it just felt like the connection was good. So thank you for that, and I'm excited to start this journey. 27-20, Sacramento took an early 20-0 lead, but Rodriguez fought back and put up 20 of their own. High-octane offense from both sides, really no defense. Sorry if you're the big defensive guy. That's not here tonight, but 2 minutes, 20 seconds before we start the second half. Gentlemen, any quick thoughts about the first half? You want to chime in?
Yeah. Just on the Sac High offensive end, the offense actually has been a little quiet.
Yeah.
You know, in the past 15, 20 minutes after that hot start in the first half. I think they need to incorporate a little bit more misdirection and a little bit more just scheming up different run plays for their All-American running back Lamar Radcliffe, as with the exception of just one toss play, he's run inside the tackles each carry. So just look for them to mix it up this second half when their run design and their run game, just getting him the ball outside, letting him work the boundaries.
Yeah, and I think we were talking earlier about how the Mustangs started out the game with sort of a vanilla game script offensively, and it's almost swapped right now where Sacramento, like you said, the offense, the last few drives have been sort of lackluster compared to what they started out doing, and I think the Mustangs have picked on to the inside zones with Lamar Radcliffe and then just sort of go routes from the wide receivers, and LaRon James has done a great job throwing it over the top and keeping the Mustangs honest, but really Chris Ross and others, Jeffrey Missouri, have been really good defensively in one-on-one coverage. And again, with the conditions tonight, it's cold, it's windy, it's going to be hard to throw the ball, so I think Sacramento might need to get a little bit more creative with some of these run plays, like you said, Miles.
Yeah, and Sacramento getting ready to kick it off to start the second half. And real quick, I got to give Rodriguez defense their flowers. They have really contained Lamar Radcliffe, and that should be one of the keys to finish out this game for them to potentially end up with the W. So we'll see if they can keep that going. They've done a really good job, and it's been really impressive to watch. All right, Sacramento kicking off as we're starting the second half. And they rolls out of bounds.
Did he touch it? If he didn't touch it, I believe this goes to the 40, right?
I couldn't. It didn't look like he touched it.
I could be wrong about the high school rules.
Oh, no, I believe that's right. I just couldn't tell if the Mustang returner touched it or not. It was kind of hard to see from my angle. Nonetheless, the Mustang offense will come out, and we'll look to see if Mr. Burke can keep the offense flowing as he did in the second quarter, and hopefully they can come and get the lead. They're only down 7 after a missed kick from Sacramento in the beginning. Kind of put them in a little bit of a deficit, but still, Sacramento does have that 7-point lead.
So it looks like they're actually going to move this one up past the 40?
He must have touched it.
Well, I don't know. Oh, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, don't really know. Looks.
We're going back and forth.
Yeah.
Let's make up our mind here.
Yeah.
We're a little indecisive. It looks like we're going back to the 40.
First game for everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well said, Miles. First game for everybody. It's not just for the players. It's for the refs, the people in charge of the scoreboard, PA announcer, us doing the broadcast, of course. This is our first broadcast of the semester. Plenty more to go with football and basketball right around the corner. Of course, we'll be covering the Solano Falcons basketball team. We unfortunately do not cover high school. And now Rodriguez is going to. Nope, I guess not.
It's like a timeout for sack.
Yeah, coach. Yeah, coach didn't like something over there, so timeout from SAC. They've been real aggressive with their timeouts.
Yeah, we should expect nothing more than a slow start to the second half after that slow first half.
If that first half was any indication of how this game is going to go, we might be here for a little bit longer than expected, but that's all right.
Well, like I said, I don't have a curfew, but I'm going to be having some midnight dinner if that's the case. But
yeah, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, they might be getting some late night customers. So.
They will. It'll be me.
Denny's is always good.
I don't know if I can agree with you on that, my friend. All right, and looks like we're going to resume football activities here after the Sacramento timeout.
Well, and somehow there's 2 seconds off the board, but no one touched the football and it went out of bounds. That's the only play we've had in the second half, but, you know, I'm not in charge of that, so. And, you know, looks like we might need to turn down the music, get ready for some football here.
Yeah. All right, Burke scrambling, and he'll pick up a few yards.
Great play design there. Great play. That's the misdirection, motioning that I've alluded to in the first half. That play could have went for a lot more yards if number 60, Nick Moss, would have picked up that linebacker right there. Give Dylan Burke a lane to cut back, room to maneuver. Yeah, good play.
Yeah, and for a quarterback, too, Burke has the speed, and he has really just good vision. Like, we've seen a few cuts from him, and not just today, but in the past. And they're going to stop Bentley Williams, the hot hand for the Mustangs. He had about 8 rushes and right over 80 yards in that first half, plus a touchdown, and a lot of game left, I'm sure, unless the Dragons defense really just shuts them out. I mean, we could be expecting a 100-yard rushing game easily for Bentley Williams and potentially maybe another score or two.
For sure, 100 yards definitely on the table for Bentley Williams in this opening night. 3rd and long here. We'll see what Miles King and Dylan Burke dial up.
Yeah. Burke's surveying the field. Now snaps it. And showing off those wheels and that mobility again. Smart pass. Oh, couldn't come up with it, but a good smart pass from Burke.
Man, Darius Moore and Robert Hamill have been the best players on the field for Sacramento, doing it offensively, defensively, special teams, all facets of the game. They've been making their mark, and that was good protection right there from Rodriguez, as they had the DB number 20 was coming in off the blitz, and Dylan Burke was able to read that, roll out to his right, had a receiver open. It was a small window, but almost came up with a big completion right there.
Yeah, like you said, Cam, just a good job of picking up that blitz. Dylan did an okay job of rolling out. Could have stayed in the pocket, though, because that blitz was picked up so well, but good play.
Rodriguez, it's 4 and 8. They're going to send this one away. High kick. And just around the 30, I'd say 33.
That snap was a little high to Jamar Missouri. It helps when he's 6'5", and he's your punter.
Yeah.
I don't know how many 6'5" punters there are in California, but the Mustangs have one.
Yeah, the Mustangs have some impressive specimens on their team from the kicking, receivers, running back, the mobility of Burke. It's a fascinating team that Miles King has been developing this past couple seasons, and it's definitely been in the upward direction for sure. Snap here by Sacramento. James kind of airing it out. Good defense from Rodriguez.
Chris Ross dancing. Nice pass breakup right there. He was all over Kendall Hearn.
Yeah, Ross has been playing great defense. The one thing I've liked about him, though, he's been very animated after some of his plays. Dancing, like you said, Cam. He had some words for Lamar Radcliffe back in the first quarter after a big stop. And I like that type of energy on my team, whether you're on the defensive end or the offensive end. You need a guy like that who talks a bit and can show out. 2nd and 10 here for Sac. And a little dump pass to Radcliffe as he'll pick up a few.
And there it is. There it is. Just getting Radcliffe the ball in space. There again, ran into the short side of the field. If we get that same play to the wide side, he might break that one for a little bit more yards.
Jeffrey Missouri, good job right there on the outside to bring him down. Radcliffe, like we said, to start this half and a little bit at the end, he's sort of been contained for a guy who is a big back and has a lot of skills.
Yep, 3rd and 8. James gonna toss this one up. Oh, what a catch! Robert Hamill again. This man is the star of the show tonight, just doing everything on every end of the field. Nice catch and nice throw by LaRon James. He has been just a joy to watch so far in this game. Coming into this one, we talked about it earlier. A lot of focus on quarterback-wise on Burke for the Mustangs, but this kid from Sacramento, LaRon James, is showing out and in a way kind of outplaying him.
Yeah, another good ball right there. A tad bit underthrown, but his receivers were able to come back, make an adjustment on the ball, and reel it in for the catch.
1st and 10 here. Handoff to Lamar Radcliffe, and unfortunately there will be a flag. He only picked up a few yards, but there will be a flag in the backfield. And looks like trying to decide what to call the flag for here.
Good holding on the offense, looks like.
Yep.
Again, don't mean to sound like a broken record, but if we get that same play to the wide side, I mean, gives Radcliffe room to run. I'm not sure if the Dragons don't like their matchup there at left tackle, but I'd like to at least see him try it.
All right, 1st and 20 now for the Dragons after that holding call. So we'll see what kind of play they draw up here. Potentially, they might just keep feeding Radcliffe, or James will air it out as we've seen him do.
One-on-one coverage.
And the handoff to Radcliffe, and he's going to break a couple tackles and go to the outside.
Man, he runs with a lot of speed and power. I mean, the second his fingertips get on that football, he is exploding. A lot of explosion right there. I mean, he passes every eye test right now. He may not be eating a lot of yards. He's got a lot of carries tonight. May not have a lot of yards, but, man, he's a problem.
Yeah, and to Cam's point, I mean, he's leaning forward on his tippy toes, whether he's getting the ball or not. You know, he's making every rep look the same, so not giving away any tails. He's going hard every play.
Yeah, and he's definitely not scared to run over somebody. He's been fighting all night as the Mustangs have contained him well. 2nd and 15, James. That's a tough throw. Wow, comes up with it. That's going to be number 13, Kendall Hearn. the star-studded receiver from last season, picking back up right where he left off. And he had that spectacular catch in the first half, practically right in front of us, right in front of the Sacramento sideline. And he picks up a nice little gain there.
He paid the price for it, but what a ball by LaRon James. The anticipation leading his receiver in stride. I thought off the rip that throw was going to get picked off. It looked like it was a little too far up the sideline, and it looked like the safety, Cease, I believe, was coming over, but I was wrong. It was a perfect ball.
1st and 10 here for the Dragons. Let's see if they can convert some points as James will step back and throws a dart into the hands of the Rodriguez defender, and he's running the sideline. He could go all the way.
Jeff, Missouri.
Touchdown, Rodriguez. Wow, the Missouri brothers showing out on all sides of the ball, showing right there on the defensive end, going all the way with the pick 6. And Rodriguez is back in this game. Let's just see if they can convert that extra point or if they decide to go for 2, which they've done practically all night, and take the lead.
Jeffrey, Missouri. He's been quiet tonight. His brothers have been getting a lot of looks, the sophomores and juniors, but the senior, Big Bro, had to get his fingerprints on this game, and man, what a way to do it, as the Rodriguez Mustangs now are within 1 point. They were down 20-0 in the first 5 minutes. They have a chance to take the lead or tie right here.
Yeah, and just something to watch here that might be even more detrimental to the outcome of this game than the pick 6 that we just saw, as Radcliffe came up limping at the end of that play.
And quick snap from Rodriguez as Bentley Williams just trucks his way through for the 2-point conversion, and Rodriguez will take the lead 28-27 with 8:52 still left in the 3rd quarter.
Man, Lamar Radcliffe almost chased down Jeffrey, Missouri. It looked like DK Metcalf after Buda Baker. I was like, man, is he going to take him down all the way from the backfield? But right now, it looks like Radcliffe, like you said, Miles, stretching out that leg, and that is definitely the biggest concern right now for Sacramento. I mean, the scoreboard, yeah, they're down by 1 right now, but their lead horse is huge.
Yeah.
And again, this is a guy who missed all of last year after 2,000 yards as a sophomore, so his health is very important if Sacramento wants to go far this year.
I think the 28 touchdowns is a little more absurd than the 2,000 rushing yards, but either way, it's just crazy. And, unfortunately, yeah, for Radcliffe, you don't want to see that. For the Dragons, you don't want to see one of your top guys go down. Hopefully it's not too serious, and we'll see him back in the game. But nonetheless, Rodriguez has the momentum coming out of the half, and they now have the lead after you said, Cam, being down 20-0 in that first quarter. So what a comeback so far for the Mustangs. And they kick it off. Dragons will pick it up. That's Hamill. And Hamill not going to be able to break free this time, as we've seen him do earlier in this game, but picks up a decent chunk of yards there.
Yeah, and so far, if nothing else you can say about this 2023-2024 Rodriguez football group is they are resilient. For sure, just being able to battle back and take the lead now in this one. It's a resilient group.
Yeah, and like you were saying earlier in the game, Rodriguez, after that opening kickoff for a touchdown and then another touchdown after, I believe, the pick, Sacramento had a lot of momentum and Rodriguez were hanging their heads. Now they've flipped it. Sacramento on this sideline looks pretty dead right now.
No doubt about that. Handoff down, and that's going to be Moore, and he's going to get some yardage, and he's breaking tackles. Nice run there.
There you go. There's a big play for Sacramento. They've needed that. They've had some nice receptions, but the run game, Demarius Moore, Lamar Radcliffe's been kind of held in check and getting checked out on the sideline. They're going to need more to help balance this pass attack right now with the run game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But when both those guys are healthy, Radcliffe and Moore, that is a dangerous 1-2 punch in the backfield. We hope Radcliffe can get back in this game. He looks all right on the sideline, grabbing his helmet. Snap and right back to Moore, but this time he's not going to get that many yards as the Rodriguez defense read that like a book. That was Trevor Cromie, who we've been saying his name a lot. He has been everywhere on the field, getting just about every tackle for this Mustang defense.
Yeah, and something to mention as well for the Mustangs, Kayshawn Graham.
Yeah.
Hopping off the field the play before the last. And he is the run stuffer for this Rodriguez Mustangs defensive unit.
Yeah, Gresham, the DT, he's sort of trying to fill Malik Dawson's shoes, which is a tough guy to fill his shoes, but oh, what a tackle in the backfield.
Yeah. Right back to the run and right back to Moore, but gets stuffed.
That's another guy, Isaiah Angulo. He's been all over the field too, making a lot of tackles. He's already got a few tackles. Him and Cromie, the linebackers, both seniors, going to have big years racking up tackles for this defense.
And that Mustang linebacker unit, especially this drive, they're moving a lot faster to the ball.
Yeah, very active and aware are the linebackers, as you just pointed out, Miles. We're at 3rd and 12 here. James kind of looking. Ooh, tough. Right back to Moore again. 4 straight plays for number 10 for Sacramento.
Yeah, and number 10 for Rodriguez. Angulo right there once again, bringing up 4th down.
Rodriguez defense kind of is coming alive now after a slow start. They're showing out right now, and they're doing a great job containing the Sacramento high-octane offense that we've seen throughout this game.
I mean, and that's what you love to see if you're a D coordinator, just all 4 of your linebackers on 4 straight downs making plays on the ball.
All right, and Sacramento's going to go for the interesting punt.
It's a muff.
Yep. And just at the 50.
That's tough. That's about a 1-yard punt right there.
Yeah.
Might actually been going backwards.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure Sacramento will want that one back, but nonetheless, Sacramento's defense heads out to the field, and Rodriguez's hot offense comes back out. We'll see what Mr. Burke's going to start this drive with.
Yeah, if I'm the Mustangs here, I'm looking to take a shot. Catch these guys on their heels, like Cam said. That sideline is depleted.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I would assume that, you know, if they should take a shot because I'm sure the defense thinks Bentley Williams is getting fed the ball.
They're stacking the box right here too.
Yep.
They are.
And Yep.
I mean, there were like 8. It looked like 8 defenders in the box right there, ready for that run. And you know, I know Jermaine Missouri. He's young and he's had a couple of drops, but man, I think he's really got a mismatch on the outside, and for that matter, his brother too, Jeffrey Missouri. He's been, you know, I don't think he's really gotten a target tonight, but we know what he can do as a receiver, obviously as a DB as well, but.
Yeah, a little too predictable for the Mustang offense. We'll see what they draw up here. 2nd and 8, just about 6:20 left in this 3rd quarter.
Look for some play action.
Let's see if you're right, and it looks like another handoff for Williams. Looks like he lost a yard on that one.
See, this is where you really want to see the Mustangs get aggressive. You just got the lead. Momentum is on your side, and I don't want to say so far looking conservative with a couple of runs here, but definitely, like, you know, these inside zones have not always been there tonight. It's been the outside zones, and let's see if they try to air it out right here.
3rd and 10 for Burt. And, hit the defender's ankle or shoe. I could hear that from over here. And that's going to be 4th down, and Rodriguez is going to punt the ball away. Kind of a wasted opportunity in a way. Miles, I agreed with you. I think that first play, they should have took a shot down the field. It was too reliable to run Bentley Williams, and then they did it 2 more times. So not too sure what was behind that, but hopefully that won't cost the Mustangs down the road in this game.
Yeah, really, really disappointing series right there for the offensive unit. Weren't able to capitalize on great field position. And like you said, Blake just didn't really take a shot. I mean, at the end zone at a big play, but let alone the first down, at a first down. So we'll see how it affects him moving on.
Rodriguez, looks like there was some potential miscommunication, but they figured it out.
Timeout, Rod.
Interesting. Timeout, Rodriguez. Don't see that too often when it's 4th and 10 and you have the punt unit out there.
Yeah, you wonder if Miles King didn't like the personnel on the punt set, or...
Yeah, those are one of those week 1 timeouts.
Yeah, still everybody's figuring out.
Yeah. Down the stretch, you definitely don't want more of that, especially burning timeouts like that in the second half.
Yeah, timeouts are very crucial in the second half. As you just pointed out, Miles, Sack and Rodriguez have each used a timeout so far. We still have a whole nother quarter to play and 5:30 left in this third. So a lot of time left in this game for somebody to take an advantage, as now Rodriguez has a 1-point advantage, but that could change instantly, as we've seen. Conversation there with the ref. And now Rodriguez is going to get ready to send it away here. And, what a nice punt. Right there. Oh, what a stiff arm.
Oh, my.
Man, breaking a few tackles. Mr. Hamill back at it again. That stiff arm was nasty, but couldn't do too much afterwards. Nonetheless, he's working for those yards, and he's fighting. Sacramento's offense is going to head back out on the field. Still no Lamar Radcliffe. He is on the sideline, so Darius Moore will still be in the backfield handling the running duties.
Yeah, and if I'm Sacramento, I mean, I don't know how I really would need Lamar Radcliffe to feel 100% right now. First game of the season.
And Moore breaking some tackles and fighting for yardage.
And honestly, Darius Moore has played better than Lamar Radcliffe. On paper right now, like, yes, Lamar Radcliffe is definitely a threat in the backfield, but Darius Moore definitely has more yards on the ground. And Lamar Radcliffe, he missed all of last year. You don't want him to miss another full season. Definitely want to be cautious with your running back.
Yeah, I mean, Cam, you hit every point on the nose. As the way Moore's running, it might be a precautionary just to kind of sit Radcliffe as they hand it off to him again, and he's taken off. Oh, broke a tackle. Kind of snuck his way through that one and picked up some extra yardage. So Darius Moore is definitely carrying the load that we'd probably see Radcliffe carrying normally, but he's doing a phenomenal job.
Nice pursuit by Mekhi Johnson, number 6. Sort of just went for a ride, jumped on his back, but able to bring him down. That would have been trouble. He had a lot of green grass in front of him.
Yes, he did. And an injured player for Sacramento. Can't really see because everybody's hurtled around who it is.
Well, while we have some time, we'll talk about, some of the games. I believe we have 9 football games coming up for you guys.
Yeah.
A lot of Rodriguez, some Vacaville here and there.
Yeah, I'm excited, obviously, for the Rodriguez games, but more Vacaville games than I believe we had last year, Cam. I could be wrong, but definitely some more on the schedule from what I've seen compared to last year, and that's always nice. Vacaville has a really good football program, even when I was in high school a long time ago. Their football team used to just smack around Wilsey Wood, and they're still doing that today with other teams. They know how to find guys at every position and how to utilize them. So hats off to Vacaville's scouting department. And it looks like we're going to get ready to resume play here. 1st and 10, 4:31 left to go as LeBron James Gonna hand it off, and there's Mr. Radcliffe back in that game. Unfortunately getting stuffed there. Potential loss of a yard or two.
It's again good pursuit by the Mustangs.
Yeah, I will say, I'll point out one thing from what I've seen compared to the first quarter. Mustangs defense, the intensity has gone through the roof compared to that first quarter. They looked a little slow to start out the gate and sluggish. It is the first game of the season, let's remember that. So, you know, I would say that's kind of a free pass or an excuse for teams, but you really don't want to be too, you know, conservative, sluggish, and you want to come out firing on all cylinders, and these teams have picked it back up. James looking, surveying the field, and just a little long for his receiver. That was intended for Keyword.
And a good job right there by number 7, Jeffrey Missouri. And these Mustang DBs, they really got to hone in on not letting the wide receivers beat them on the outside and getting outside leverage. I mean, we've seen a lot of fade routes, so there has to come a point where they make an adjustment and get on the outside of them, force them inside, and don't let them get that edge.
Yeah, perfect right there. The wide receivers on the outside have really won release every single time, and they've been open, and LeBron James just missed him.
Yeah. Handoff, Radcliffe immediately gets stuffed.
There's Gresham.
Yep, there he is. Kashawn Gresham on the big tackle and stop right there for the Mustang defense. And he was fired up after that one, as he should be.
See if Sacramento goes for this. 4th and 13, I think. Real aggressive if they...
Hey, sometimes you only need that one aggressive move to change the game or get some momentum back. Sacramento has definitely lost some momentum at the start of this half. So maybe this is what they need to do to get it back. And yeah, they're gonna go for it. LeBron James surveying the field. Overshot into heavy coverage. Looked like that was intended for Raymond Stevens.
It's again great field possession by the Mustangs. Same territory, a little bit outside of the fringe area, which is the place known right before the red zone. So again, looking to take a shot here. See if we can get a chunk play.
If I'm either of these teams, tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to soccer practice, and I'm looking for someone who can kick a football.
For sure.
Because both of these teams, they've had great punt returners, a lot of weapons that do everything, but we might need some kickers and punters because, yeah.
You know what, Cam? Well said, and I couldn't agree more. Tried to go quick there, but potentially a little too quick. That was
number 3. I don't think we don't have a name for him, but I do think the PA announcers mention him as Highball. I don't know if he's Keelan Highball's brother or...
Quick one there. So 2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs as they try to be quick, but fortunately they were a little too quick there and couldn't come up with that ball. So we'll see what they decide to run here. Williams in the backfield.
That is Keelan Highball, number 3.
Yeah. I'm looking at this matchup here with Jermaine Missouri here on the left side. And instead the handoff to Bentley Williams, who just gets absolutely stuffed. And he's definitely going to lose a couple yards there. Good defense by the Dragons.
And this is a crucial upcoming 3rd down right here.
Very crucial.
Yeah, well, we were talking about all the offense, defense. Both sides have been standing it up right now. They've been playing well.
And number 11, Corey Radcliffe, he's grimacing a little bit on the field right now, grabbing his, I believe it was his left hand. He looks all right. He's going to shake it off. So we go 3 and 13 here for the Mustangs. Burke almost got caught, but that speed is showing up. Oh. Probably would have
late hit on Burke.
Yeah, it looked like it. I was getting ready to say Burke probably should have just took off with it and got the yards, but
looked like 55 Harold Ansby was right, in his face. Might have even grabbed his face mask after the throw. Took a pretty big shot. His helmet fell off.
Yeah, Burke kind of looked at the ref and was indicating he was looking for that face mask, and the ref said, nope, I don't think I saw that. So Rodriguez is going to potentially punt this one away.
And once again, a missed opportunity there by the Mustangs. Getting the ball with good field position. Just weren't able to do anything with it.
Yeah, they've had a couple of those, and you think if they would have, did something with that field position, could this be a different game? Could they have more points on the board? We'll never know. The kick there, and that's Mr. Hamill, and he's going to pick up some decent yards there.
I don't know if Hamill's ever been brought down on first contact.
I haven't seen it.
It's taken 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 defenders to bring him down.
And that could be said with a lot of these Dragon playmakers.
Yeah.
I mean, Radcliffe, Moore as well. Yeah. I mean, all of them. They're getting to that second wave of tacklers for sure.
Yeah, it's really been 3 to 4 guys for Sacramento that's getting it done, and all of them breaking tackles with ease. But to Mustangs' defense, they've been swarming to the ball and have been determined to bring whoever has the ball, bring them down.
Yeah, Mustang D is they're playing well. And we go 1st and 10. James looking. Quick throw. Oh, couldn't come up with it. That was Hearn.
Chris Ross on the coverage.
Yeah, you got to be careful there. You might have gotten there a little bit early, but got the no call there. Good play.
Yeah, might have been a little bit of a bear hug from Chris Ross standing right behind him, but hey, if it didn't get called, it's clean.
Yeah. Ross has been pretty active on the defensive end for the Mustangs. And it'll go 2nd and 10 here. Radcliffe in the backfield. And hand off to him. And he'll bulldoze for a potential yard or two. Again, we've been saying it, Rodriguez's defense has just been really good containing Radcliffe tonight. I mean, he's kind of done his thing a little bit, but not probably the usual he's used to. So well done from Rodriguez.
And a little bit of a second half adjustment as well by Rodriguez, especially on the outside with their corners. They started off pressed up in the beginning of this one, and now they're about 5 to 6 yards off.
Radcliffe will come off the field. Give him a little breather.
And Rodriguez has had one high safety basically all night. They're really hoping they throw the ball.
3rd and 7, James, and coverage is there. That was intended for Stevens. But a nice defense there from Jeffrey, Missouri, one of the 3 Missouri brothers. We've been talking about them throughout the night. They play both offense and defense.
Another 4th down. It's been maybe 4 to 5 drives straight now for this Mustang defense as they're pitching a shutout so far in the second half and really have been phenomenal since the end of the first half. And once again, another 4th down. And now it looks like they'll punt it.
There we go.
And same can be said, though, for this Sac High defense. I mean, they've got consecutive 4 and outs as well to start this second half off.
This is the pick 6 from Missouri. That's the only score we've had here in the second half.
Punted away. Better punt this time for the Dragons. And that one's going to go out there.
Yeah, it looked like it rolled out of bounds.
Yep. 27-yard line. So Rodriguez will have a little far down the field, but I'm sure Coach King's going to draw something up to get him down the field.
Yeah, Rodriguez, they need a big play. They need a chunk play to give this offense some life. Get it out to one of their playmakers in space if they don't want to throw the ball deep, or they need something, though, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you, Miles. I think they kind of need to just step away from the run just a little bit. Nothing against Bentley Williams. He's had a phenomenal game, and, I mean, obviously there's still more to be done, but, you know, it just hasn't really been working for him the last couple plays. And they're going to go right back to the run as Bentley loses his helmet and fights a couple tackles.
Takes a lot of guts to run right up the middle with no helmet on.
Yeah.
I would be on the floor,
terrified.
immediately.
Yeah. That's just a testament, though, to how Bentley Williams plays this game. He plays hard, runs hard, and he's not going to stop. He's never going to stop or quit. So
Nothing wrong with that, but just looking out for that player's safety, because that young man, from what we've seen just in this game, looks like he has a bright future ahead of him. And just with about 6 seconds left, it'll be 2nd and 10. We'll see what Rodriguez decides to do. Might just do a quick one. Maybe they'll take a shot. Miles, I know you've been asking for them to take a shot for a while. Maybe this is that time, or just a quick little pass to end the quarter here. We'll see.
Seems like they could attack the middle of the field right now.
yeah, the middle
Slant
is
route,
open.
the slot.
Wow. A lot of open field there. As Burke surveying, throws it downfield. Oh, just a little short, but also excellent defense from Robert Hamill.
Yeah, that's a good ball. Good ball by Dylan. That's good placement.
Looked like
coverage was draped all over him.
Yeah, really good coverage. Looked like Jamar Missouri might have slowed down a little bit. Again, he would have had to full layout and dive to try to get that one, but sometimes that's what you need.
Sometimes. Well, we're getting ready to go to the 4th and final quarter. Gentlemen, I know it's been a really long one. Obviously, we still have time left in this one, but overall, a great back-and-forth game, which didn't even start like that, but now has kind of turned into that.
Best opening night so far that I've been a part of. I mean, this has been back and forth, really good. A lot of offense in the first half. Second half so far has been more defensive heavy. We had the pick 6 from Missouri, and since then a lot of 4 and outs, but that's all right. Defense can have their night too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And for those who are more enjoy the defensive type games, you're kind of starting to see that now, as both teams has really buckled down. Miles, you said it best on Rodriguez's part, but Sac has also done it. Just the second half adjustments made from both defenses has been really good, and it's showing. So just we're just waiting for who's going to break that defensive wall.
Yeah, Sac High just loading up the box, each play, early downs and stopping that running.
So we'll start the 4th quarter here. It is 3rd and 10, Rodriguez.
Got Missouri one-on-one, short side of the field.
See what they do here. Burke scrambling around, looking. But the defender for Sac drops it. That's number 20, Micaiah Small, dropping that easy pick right into his hands.
Well, they do say that's why they play defense.
Yeah, because that was a gift.
Oh, man. I was just going to say, Dylan Burke hasn't had a lot of pressure tonight, and he didn't have a lot of pressure. He was able to just scramble, get in a better position in the pocket to step up and make a throw, but clearly did not see the defender over the middle of the field, or else he would have pulled that one back.
Yeah, well said, Cam, and I'm sure the Dragons would definitely want that pick back, but nonetheless, they're going to get the ball either way, as Rodriguez is going to get ready to punt it away here.
I hate to have to do it to him, but number 20, Small, he's got butters.
He came up a little small, that one.
Yeah.
Must have saw a movie before the game. There's a lot of good movies out these days.
Oh, he's touched it.
Some miscommunication there, and I think Rodriguez ended up with that ball.
Man, I think they took the soccer game to the football field.
Yeah. We'll see as the pile starts to evaporate a little bit. We'll see who's got it. And Rodriguez has it. Wow, I wonder what happened there on the Dragon side of things.
Oh, man. They are picking up a
injured player.
Sacramento player on special teams. That is not a good sign. They got to pick him up.
No.
He looks seriously injured.
I hope he's okay. Unfortunately, I can't see the number from here. Can't see who it is, but we do hope he is okay. As, yeah, they had to have coaches and 2 players carry him to the sidelines. That's never a good sign. We hope that Sacramento player is A-okay. And we wish him the best. Mustangs will take over. Great field position here as they've had all night. They just have to convert on those opportunities. Let's see if they can do that here. And the handoff into the backfield for the Mustangs.
This is a big opportunity for Rodriguez to run away with this. I mean, back-to-back huge mistakes from Sacramento. This is the perfect opportunity to run away with it and don't look back if you're Rodriguez. Yeah, this is a big comeback and it's nice to be winning, but you don't want to stay much longer in this when you have the opportunities like you have right now.
Yeah, you definitely want to put your foot on the gas and go all the way here, as Bentley Williams again is just getting stuffed. He hasn't really had a good run since the first half.
Yeah, and the Mustangs, who've had chance after chance to start the second half, have kind of been playing into the Dragons' hand. I mean, they're loading up the box in early downs, meaning they've got 8 or 9 defenders trying to stop the run, and the Mustangs are running it right to them.
Yeah, this is a little conservative play from the Mustangs here in the second half, and really I think it should be quite the opposite. If they throw one over the top and get a reception, that'll open up the run game for Bentley Williams.
Yeah, no doubt about that, as Burke hands it off to Bentley Williams again, picking up a little more yardage there. That was 3rd and 8, probably picked up, say, 3 to 4.
Yeah, we'll see if they go for this right now. Maybe 4th and 3 could be an opportunity to keep the offense out on the field, but
4th and 2.
And it looks like they will at the moment.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how aggressive Coach Miles King wants the offense to be.
And the way the defense is played in the second half, I mean, that gives you confidence that even if you don't get it right here, your defense can get a stop before they get into scoring position.
Oh, man.
Oh, Sacramento.
I was just going to say, if Rodriguez gets this on 4th down, it's a huge backbreaker for the defense. But right there, I mean, Sacramento, this especially just early in this 4th quarter and really in the second half, they've kind of been their worst enemy. They really are not helping themselves out at the moment.
Yeah, now that the Mustangs have entered that fringe area, I mean, I feel like you just got to take a shot right here. Just something over the top, 1st down. They're going to load up that box. You got to hit them over the top.
Yeah, and Keelan Highball in the slot. See if maybe a little curl route.
1st and 10. Bentley Williams gets the handoff. Ooh. Oh, it looked like he's about to run someone over, but a few Dragon defenders came to help their buddy out there as Bentley Williams picks up a few. You know, the very common saying is you learn something new every day. I have, Miles, you were talking about the fringe before today. I have never heard that term and what it really meant. So thank you for explaining to those listening and watching at home and myself for that knowledge. I appreciate that.
Of course, that's what I'm here for, Blake.
Your analysis have been very good tonight, by the way.
I appreciate it.
Just my own personal opinion here. 2nd and 10, 2nd and 1, just above 9 minutes left in this one as another handoff to Bentley Williams. And unfortunately, another stuff.
Man, I really think it's such soft coverage on Keelan Highball right now. I think it's number 3. I think that's Robert Hamill. He is at least 8 to 9 yards off of Keelan Highball, the speedy receiver, number 3. And really just a little curl route, get the ball out quick, 2-step drop back. And like you said earlier in the broadcast, Miles, get the ball into your playmakers' hands and let them do the work.
Yeah, 2nd and short. You know, that's the perfect time for a play-action pass and do something that's similar to what you just said, Cam. So we'll see what they come up with on this 3rd down.
3rd and 1. Really like to see Burks get his arm going. Doesn't have to necessarily air it out, but just look for one of his many weapons. And I'm sorry, it's not 3rd down. It'll be 1st down. 1st and 10. Looks like they gave Williams.
I like to see the Mustangs try a quick screen, a bubble screen right here.
And nice little fake there from Burke and throws
Yes,
it
sir.
up.
Man.
Oh, what a pass and what a catch. Touchdown, Rodriguez. Jeffrey, Missouri.
There's the home run ball.
There's the
Yep.
deep shot we've been asking for. There it is.
Yep.
And Mustangs execute, capitalize on it, and expand their lead.
Perfect ball from Dylan Burke. Hung it right over the defender. I was worried at first. Defender was draped all over him, but the perfect spot where only Jeffrey, Missouri could get to it.
Yeah, and Missouri, showing off a little bit of that speed, kind of having to not necessarily go towards the ball too much, but just a little bit, and comes up with the touchdown. Well done, and now Rodriguez getting a little bit more of a comfortable lead.
How about Missouri? A defensive touchdown and an offensive touchdown to kick off his senior year. Pretty good start.
Yeah, and remember we talked about Cam. You made the joke earlier. He kind of joined the party late compared to his brothers, and now he's got a little talking he could do. And they go for 2, and they're gonna get it.
There's Jamar.
There we go. So Rodriguez will get the 2-point conversion. They're not big fans of kicking tonight.
Yeah, so all 3 of the Missouri brothers get some sort of touchdown action in there. They get in the end zone.
Yeah, Jermaine with the early touchdown, I believe the first of the game, or maybe it was Bentley Williams, second of the game, one of the first 2. And then obviously Jeffrey, and then Jamar right there with a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
It's a Missouri show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, University of Missouri. I'm just saying.
There you go. That's a good one. I'm sure that household is going to be real interesting after this game, depending on the outcome. I'm sure all 3 brothers will be talking their trash, but they've all contributed in multiple ways, so it'll be an interesting one.
Big opportunity for the University of Mizzou. I mean, it's right there,
Absolutely. 36 now to 27. Rodriguez has taken the lead after being down 20-0 in the first quarter. Little squib kick there, and the Dragons will get stopped immediately. Darius Moore couldn't really do too much there. And the Dragons will come back on the field for offense. Their offense is in a little bit of a rut on not only the running attack, but the passing attack. So we'll see what they do to try to stay in this one and put some points on the board against Rodriguez. But Rodriguez's defense has been phenomenal in this second half.
Yeah, Sacramento's kind of seeing this lead and this game slip out of their hands. Now down by 2 scores when they were up so big early on.
Yeah, you don't want this one to slip away from you. As Radcliffe runs over one guy but gets stopped by 2 more Mustang defenders for a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, and if you're the Dragons, this is the exact opposite of what you want. So far my analysis of this team, it's very run heavy, and they're front runners. They play extremely well with the lead, and they're able to run the clock and run the ball effectively. But down like this, it's going to be hard for them to come back.
Ron James will look, and not really a good pass, kind of a sidearm throw. He was looking for Robert Hamill. Definitely short there, so it'll go to 3rd and 6 real quick. I mean, just seemed like Sacramento took over on offense practically the last play, and now it's already 3rd and 6. This Mustang defense really has got them kind of riled.
I could be wrong, Miles, but in my opinion, it does look like the Mustangs are maybe better conditioned than the Dragons right now. It seems like Sacramento's a little bit slow, a long game, and this might be in Mustangs' favor.
James surveying, and a little misread there with his top target, Hearn, and now it is 4th down. We'll just see what the Dragons decide to do, if they want to punt or potentially go for it and take a shot here.
And yeah, Cam, you may very well be right. I mean, conditioning and all that stuff, it comes into play here in the 4th quarter, especially late in the first game. So they do seem a little bent out of shape here.
Yeah, and the mental discipline, too. The second that Rodriguez sort of closed that gap, it looked like they kind of lost a lot of hope.
James looking. And Hamill ran into number 12 there. That's Christian Gordon on the Rodriguez defensive side. Him and Hamill kind of ran into each other, and now Rodriguez is going to take over after the Dragons couldn't convert there on 4th.
Well, we haven't even really talked about it tonight, but obviously the biggest hole for Rodriguez coming to this season was losing their D1 cornerback and wide receiver Leroy Bryant. But I've been impressed by the DBs tonight. Christian Gordon and obviously Chris Ross has had a great game, and Zach Carvalho and Seiss over the top. And really, they obviously will miss Leroy Bryant as he's at University of Washington now, heading into his freshman year. But so far, they've really made up for what they've lost.
Yeah, definitely. I had the opportunity to actually do a post-game interview with Leroy Bryant last year when we were out here, and he is a awesome guy. He just is very composed, very serious, as Miles kind of told us off camera. He's just, he was really excited though for Washington, but he was sad to leave. His he called it his brotherhood behind. But as he said, new opportunities await him, and you got to take those opportunities. So congratulations to him, and honestly, it looks like the defense is making up for his absence.
Yeah, Cam, you asked me earlier in this one if I'd ever been a part of a time where my defense couldn't stop the nosebleed, and the answer was no, because we always had a Leroy Bryant.
Handoff here, Williams, and getting away a little bit. Oh, shook some defenders. It looked like he would have been out a few yards back, but some nice cuts and a couple broken tackles there.
And along with Leroy Bryant, shout out to Malik Dawson, because Malik Dawson was definitely a wrecking ball up the middle, and he was so fun to watch. Line him up at defensive tackle, put him in at running back on the goal line. He'll kick, and honestly, it just seemed like he was a great life for that team. And so definitely shout out to Malik Dawson as well.
Yeah, for sure. I've got to give him his flowers as well. He was a dog.
Well, the Mustangs get a first down there after their workhorse, Bentley Williams got it, and he's right back to work, and he's taking a few defenders on a free Disneyland ride with him as he picks up about 3 or 4.
Yeah, and Thomas Bellardo there got a very nice pancake right there and was swimming on that defender.
2nd and 10 here for the Mustangs, and they are in scoring position. They just got to be able to take this opportunity that they have in front of them. And it looks like a Sacramento player is down.
The offensive line for Rodriguez has really been imposing their will tonight, and they've been eating lately, especially on this drive. But just in general, Dylan Burke, he's rolled out a couple times with some pressure, but overall he's almost been untouched on the night, which is sort of unheard of.
Yeah.
I know in your time, Miles, definitely, you see pressure. You'll see pressure every game in high school. It doesn't matter who's your offensive line, but if you're Dylan Burke, you got to be pretty happy hopefully coming out of this game with, minimal pressure.
And this Sac High defense is on their heels. If you're the Mustangs, you're just looking to keep on running it down their throats.
Yeah, and that player that was down for Sacramento was Micaiah Small, but he was able to kind of jog off the field, so he looks okay, but we do hope he is actually all right, as Rodriguez will take right back over. Fake the handoff, and nice little play there. Potential score coming? I think so. Rodriguez is blowing this one off. A touchdown.
Wow, he snuck in there.
Yeah, it looked.
I thought he stepped out of bounds, but I guess not.
I also thought he stepped out of bounds. It did look like the referee kind of threw a late flag.
Yeah.
I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I'm not sure who or what it's for.
There is a flag, but the ref is picking it up.
Yeah, and so the Mustangs saving the misdirection, the motion to kind of put this one away maybe in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The reverse with high ball. There's the misdirection and a little bit of creativity right there.
All right, and the Mustangs have a 42-27 lead currently. And what a shock here. They're actually lining up for an extra point attempt. See if they can convert.
So this is Sean Angulo, brother of Isaiah.
And the short kick is good.
We might have a kicker.
All right. 43-27. Rodriguez has started to almost get away with this one, but still some time left for the Dragons to make some noise.
This game has been turned on its head. I mean, really tough for Sacramento and amazing for the Mustangs. And it looks like so far still have 6 more minutes left to play, and it's still anyone's game, but looking really good right now for the Mustangs, especially the way that they're able to battle with adversity coming out of the gates. I mean, the first play of the game was taken for a touchdown and very easy to hang your heads. And in fact, for a little bit, they kind of did, but were able to really turn around with a couple of big plays. So huge for them if they can come out with the win tonight.
And now, Blake, like you previously mentioned, that Sac High sideline is looking very depleted.
Yeah.
They need a quick score right here, if they want to have a chance at winning this one.
Yeah, going back to, Cam, you said it, Rodriguez kind of could have, had their heads kind of low after that 80-yard kickoff return, and, then the pick 6 happened. You were down 20-0. I mean, you could have waved the white flag there, but I think we got to shout out the coach, Miles King, for keeping them cool, calm, and collective and telling them, hey, this game isn't over, plenty of time left, let's keep it going. And now I think fortune has gone their way as they now have a somewhat comfortable lead with just under 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter of this game. This is our first game of the season for the Solano College Sports Network and the first high school football game. This is week 1.
Yeah, not only shout out to Coach Miles King, but also shout out to Dylan Burke there.
Yeah.
Able to keep his calm and composure even after throwing that pick 6. I talked earlier about him turning the corner as a passer and, his playing style, but he's turned the corners as well as a leader.
Shows good composure and leadership, that's for sure.
Mask.
And, yeah, face mask there.
I was just going to say that unsportsmanlike conduct was kind of costly because they had to go back 10 yards on the kick, and Darius Moore, great field position, and they're going to add on some more at the end. So still 5:52 left, and they're going to get this ball around between the 40 and 30-yard line, I think.
Yeah, this isn't what you want as the Mustangs. You want them to have zero momentum, and that second short score right there should have put this one away, but they have given Sac High some life.
And we've seen 3-4 scores in 5 minutes, so it's really still anyone's ball game. And when you have a guy like Lamar Radcliffe in the backfield, anything can pop.
All right, they have 4 dudes who can break one off into the end zone on one play.
Yeah, and I really have to give this man his flowers. LeBron James has just been playing good and phenomenal. Kind of an unknown in a way. He wasn't even on our active roster with a number or anything. We had to pencil him in, and he deserves to be on that printed roster now, Sacramento High. So let's put him on there. He deserves it. He's having a great first game, and I'm sure he's going to have a good rest of the season no matter the outcome of this game. Nonetheless, though, the Dragons do have an opportunity here as James is surveying the field. Nice little pass there, but just short. Intended for his top receiver, Kendall Hearn.
It's kind of interesting. It seems like LeBron James had a lot of success with heavy, extreme wind in that first half, and in the second half, where it's kind of died down, it's still a little bit windy, but not the 20-mile-per-hour gusts of wind that we were experiencing to kick off the game. He's actually kind of cooled off a little bit, missing some of his targets.
Yeah, definitely, and, Cam, we make this joke when we do baseball, how the wind has its effects on both.
It's not a joke. It's serious.
On the Falcons and the opposing team. It's kind of like that here at Rodriguez, and definitely some miscommunication there between James and star running back Lamar Radcliffe.
I like the idea, though. Get him out in space. I know, Miles, you've been preaching this, to get this guy out in space where he can make magic happen. Looked like they were trying to link up right there for that exact.
Yeah, once again, it's hard for Sac High to get anything going because, like I said, this is a run-dominant team. They're run first for sure. So when they're behind and need to pass their way out of it, it's tough for them.
Look for Kendall Hearn on the outside.
James looking, and what a catch by Kendall Hearn, and he's going to pick up some good yards. Cam practically spoke that into existence.
Tony Romo, I'm coming.
No. Tony Romo, Cam might be coming for your job sooner than later.
He's got a few more accolades than me. I think he's got some credentials.
Hey, you never know. You could have some higher credentials at some point that surpass good old Tony Romo. And now we go to 1st and 10 here for the Dragons as LeBron James. Oh, a little missed snap. And looks like he's going to get back on it. Oh, no.
That's Mustang football.
Oh, Mustang football. Excuse me.
That might have just sealed the deal here.
Yeah. I totally thought LeBron James went back and dove on that ball. I was clearly wrong. And the Mustangs are now going to take over after the faulty snap there. And, yeah, Miles, that might be the nail in the coffin, especially if they score here. That could be the potential nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that's just demoralizing as an offense. You know, you convert a big 3rd down play, and the very next play, the snap is fumbled. So that's tough.
Looked like number 54, Jay Jones, was the man who got on the football. And Sacramento, really just a tough sort of 25 minutes. Those last 25 minutes of the ball game have really lost touch of the game.
Burke, the handoff to the workhorse, Bentley Williams. And, man, he's going to just pick up some more yards. He was using his teammate there to kind of give him a little boost and push him into an oncoming defender.
Yeah, that's Bentley showcasing that get loose juice.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Yeah, he's had a great game tonight. Couple of runs where he's gotten stuffed and lost yards, but at the same time he's gone and made up those yards at some point. And he looks like he's going to be a real good piece for this Mustang offense going forward the rest of the season.
A couple more 1st downs, and this one might be over soonish.
Burke, the handoff. And they might just hand this one off the rest of the game. That was not, however, Bentley Williams. That was number 25, Kai Albano, getting some looks at the running back position.
Yeah, I want to see him do a better job, though, just staying in bounds. Oh, I guess he did.
Yeah.
The clock is running.
Did get that 1st down. Miles, you said it best. The clock is running just above 4:10 left in this game. And unfortunately for Sac, they do have time, but they look depleted on both ends of the field. And the Mustangs, they've turned up the energy and the intensity. And those 2nd half adjustments are really showing for Rodriguez.
Yeah, and if you're in that Rodriguez huddle, it looks like we got quarterback Liam Flores, and he needs to be preaching ball security and telling his RBs stay in bounds.
All right, so a quarterback change here. And, getting stuffed right there. The Sac defense showing up. Stop Mr. Albano from not getting any yards.
Is it a 30-second play clock in high school? 30,
Yes.
40, 30?
30.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking 29, 28 seconds every time. Looks like that's what they're going to do here.
Yeah, and that's smart. Oh, man, unfortunately, another Sacramento player having to come off the field. That's number 55, Harold Osby, who actually was kind of at the helm of that altercation, the fight that broke out earlier in this game, and he's limping off. We do hope he is okay, as we've seen a couple Sacramento injuries tonight.
Oh, man.
Oh.
The Dragons are going to get an earful. Just a lot of mistakes, not great discipline for Sacramento, a historically really good football program. I mean, they went 20-1 in league play from 2015 to 2017, winning 3 straight league titles and coming off of a really bad 2-8 season last year. Definitely want to rewrite that script, but they, so far in the second half and the end of the first half, have not helped themselves out to win this ballgame.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier, Cam, this might be a testimony to their lackluster conditioning. I mean, a lot of them coming off the field catching cramps and injuries of that nature. You know, that's less to do with what happens on the field, but more what you do off of it.
That's a good point.
Another handoff here, and that's a big stop, and a flag comes in. Yeah, I didn't know we were watching WWE or All Elite Wrestling on Fridays. And that's going to be more penalty yards given to the Mustangs, and the clock stops now, but when it gets back up, it's just going to start ticking down as this one comes close to the end here.
Overall, great game though so far. We were in for a really good one.
Yeah.
And credit to the Mustangs. They really depleted this Sacramento hope and sideline energy, whatever, for throughout this game, or at least the first quarter. Sacramento had all the reasons to be up and have great energy, and Rodriguez on the other side was able to battle through adversity and come all the way back down big early.
Yeah, and I do apologize. I thought that flag was on Sacramento. It was actually an unsportsmanlike conduct called on Rodriguez. So that's...
It was unsportsmanlike to get picked up and thrown for
like I said, I didn't know we were watching Friday Night Wrestling. I thought we were doing a high school football game tonight, and somehow Rodriguez gets that penalty. Nonetheless, 3rd and 20, 2:19 to go in this one. As Rodriguez is on offense, we'll see what they can do here, if they decide to do anything at all. And just a quick little pass and gets them nowhere. Sac defense stops them.
Yeah, just a wide receiver screen right there to number 4, Jermaine Missouri, but you need that left tackle to get out there and take his man and clear him out, get him in some space. Just left tackle there wasn't able to go out and get that DB, so that play was blown up.
Yeah, and that wide receiver screen has been a big part of this offense for Miles King. We saw a lot of it with Leroy Bryant, Jeremiah Hill, but they're definitely going to want to get in the lab at practice and work on that play, because it can be very useful with all these speedy playmakers on the outside. They just haven't been able to figure it out tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to see them run that towards the strong side of the formation, which is the side the tight end is on. So you have an extra athletic blocker out there.
And Rodriguez just taking the clock. Oh.
Calling timeout.
Timeout.
And the perfectionist.
Yeah. Seems like it. Well, just about a minute 11 left in this game, and what a game it's been. Started off, Sacramento came out with the 80-yard kick return from Robert Hamill, who's just been doing everything for the Sacramento team tonight, and then the pick 6 that from Burke, and we kind of thought, this game's going to be a long one, and potentially this could be done, as they looked a little depleted and kind of down, but they came out in the the second quarter, started a comeback, and then that second half is when they blew the door off this thing, not only on the offensive end, but the defense just stepped up in a big way, and I think most of the credit for me has to go to that Rodriguez defense stepping up and getting those stops when needed.
Yeah, they've pitched a shutout in the second half, and it's been really awesome to see. The Mustangs were having their own struggles on offense in the second half, but just enough offense to get it through and get it done.
Kind of a weird little kick there, as they're going to let that one roll to about the opposing 40 from what I see.
Who knows, gentlemen? We might be in for a wild finish here. Get a quick score and an onside kick recovery.
Love the optimism.
Yeah.
You're going to go far with that.
I love the optimism too, but I don't think too many places stay open past 12 a.m. So. Some of us got to eat dinner. But nonetheless, hey, if it happens, it happens. I'm here for it. We're all here for it.
A screen can break loose, and crazier things have happened.
No doubt about that. And they're getting ready to set up here. James looking on the sideline. Yep, he's going to get ready now. And we'll see, this is it pretty much for Sacramento. Not too much time to work with, but Cam, like you said, anything could happen. 1 minute and 2 left in this game. And pass right to, of course, the superstar of tonight for Sacramento, Robert Hamill.
Man, Liam Flores out at safety. Looked like he took the back of his head sort of whipped onto the turf. Hope he's all right. Looked like he got it pretty quick, but here we go.
Sacramento moving the chains here. Picking up the first.
Not using a timeout.
Nope, going right to it. Handoff here. And, going. Oh,
Tough running.
yeah, almost broke that tackle there. Darius Moore just having a nice run game for Sacramento. As we said, Radcliffe, top guy, 2,000 yards, 28 touchdowns just 2 seasons ago. Pretty quiet for the most part, and Rodriguez has contained them well. So good job on the Mustangs' part for containing a guy like that, because it could have got ugly if he had one of his regular games. You never really know. 1st and 10, 23 seconds left. James surveying the field. He's going to throw one up, and got it. Robert Hamill, touchdown.
What a ball.
What a ball is right. James, even though they're down, still impressing, even late in this game. And that kid has a very bright future going forward for the rest of the season and potentially onward.
2-point conversion.
Gonna need two of them.
We may have action.
Yeah, 43-33 as they are going to go for that 2-point conversion. Just 17 seconds left in this one.
This is game here if you get a stop.
Yep. James throwing it up, and Hearn is out of bounds, so that is not going to count. And yeah, Cam, I think that is going to seal the deal for this one. Still
All she wrote.
All she wrote. 17 seconds. Obviously, Rodriguez will more than likely run the clock down. But nonetheless, a good first game to start the season. Cam, you've had a few more opportunities than I have doing the high school football, so I'm sure you've seen more games. But I do agree with you. Best first game I've seen compared to last year.
Yeah, one of the better jobs I've seen from Rodriguez, just in terms of falling early and able to get back up and really hit back harder than they got hit when they went down. So yeah. I've been really impressed from Rodriguez, and hopefully this is a good sign for things to come this year for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I don't mind if they're – I mean, you know, I don't want them to obviously be down 20-0 every time in the first quarter, but –
Those be like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know, just early lead and come back.
Yeah, but
It's
hey,
worked.
you can run it back and you can come up with these W's and have exciting games like this. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I speak for myself, but I won't complain.
Yeah, and I mean, this team is reminiscent of the team we had my senior year here, the game where we went down by 20 against Armio. We were able to battle back and get the W. And you got to have good leaders and good people on that team if you're going to.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they went for the onside kick, and I believe the Dragons came up with it. Yeah, they did. That was number 19, Alex Ross for Rodriguez, who kind of fumbled that one. And now the Dragons will have another chance here with 16 seconds left, 43-33.
I think they still have a couple of timeouts, too. Maybe just one. Definitely have a timeout, so, you know.
I think with all the injuries, I would think they only have one, but you never know.
Looks like Rod might be calling their last timeout.
Yeah.
Smart. It's a good time to call timeout. Make sure, just honestly, maybe just, you know, build a wall in the end zone, something. Make sure we come up, make a tackle, force them to call a timeout. But, again, you also don't want to play too soft of coverage where, you know, you get a quick out route that takes 4 or 5 seconds and then a shot to the end zone. And, I mean, this is definitely a stretch for the Dragons to try to come back down 2 scores with 16 seconds left. But, you know, if I'm Rodriguez, I'm still on my toes a little bit, you know.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, although I may be optimistic, Cam, I am a realist. This one's over.
Well said, Mr. Meadows.
Yeah, they're going to need an absolute miracle. I don't know if they can get into the end zone within, you know, 7 seconds and then another onside. And yeah, we'll see. It's a big ask.
Yeah, definitely. All right, nonetheless, though, here we go. The Dragons are going to take a potential final opportunity, maybe more, with 16 seconds left in this action-packed game as James airs it out right into the defender's hands. That is Jermaine Missouri, and this one is going to be over as the Mustangs come back and will get this W.
fitting way to close it out. Started and ended with the Missouri brothers. And, you know, coming in, we were looking forward to that. It's going to be exciting to see all three of them share the football field this season. It's got to be special for the Missouri family to be able to see that. And great way to close it out with Jermaine Missouri interception.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And like I said earlier, made a little joke. I'm sure that household, they're going to be talking to one another about what they did tonight and going forward in the season. I'm sure that'll fire them up and rile them up, and they'll be playing like studs if that's the case, if they play like the way they did tonight. 3 seconds left. Rod is obviously going to take a knee here so this one can end, so everybody can go home.
Yeah, I'm just going to kneel it.
Yep.
And start taking the -2 rushing yards on the for the win.
Yeah.
For the win.
Gotta feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, victory formation.
Right.
Absolutely. All right, and that's going to do it for this game. 43-33. Rodriguez takes game 1 of the season at home. They come back from being down 20-0 in the first quarter, and they come away with a good one. What a good game all around, defense and offense. Gentlemen, any last comments or things you want to say?
I'll say, Miles, a really impressive first game. Obviously, your alma mater, your high school, Rodriguez, and you have a lot of insight on some of these guys, but also football in general. You did a really good job, and I think you guys are going to have a lot of success this year. Should be fun. Rodriguez looking good early. You said reminiscent of, you know, your senior year. You guys went 6-0. We'll see if anything like that could be in the cards.
Well, yeah, thank you, Cam. Thank you, Blake. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed this first broadcast, and on the Rodriguez Mustang tip, these guys, they look good this year. They look good, and I'm looking forward to see what they have in store.
Yeah, I was very impressed with your just overall football analysis, Miles. I'm going to be very appreciative of that in the booth because there are some things I don't quite know, even though I am a big football fan. That'll do it for us here on the Solano College Sports Network. Please join us next week if you're free next Friday. We'll be at Vaca High. They're playing Sheldon High School at 7:30. It'll be me and Mr. Miles Meadows in the booth. Cam will come back every once in a while, but we are here to usher in a new era of Solano College Sports Network. And for that, Miles Meadow, Cameron Anderson, Blake Molina, that's it for us, and have a good Friday.